Internet 936. 7:30 p.m. Toronto Maple Leafs face the Ottawa Senators. Leafs on Sirius and XM channels 167, Internet 946. Senators on Internet 939. 8:30 p.m. Tampa Bay Lightning face the Florida Panthers. Lightning on Sirius 210, XM 219, and Internet 945. Panthers on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 931. 11 p.m. Vegas Golden Knights take on the Minnesota Wild. Knights on Sirius 211, XM 220, and Internet 949. Wild on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 933. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Tuesday, April the 22nd. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 6 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes face the New Jersey Devils. Hurricanes on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 924, Devils on Internet 936. 7:30 p.m. Toronto Maple Leafs face the Ottawa Senators. Leafs on Sirius and XM channels 167, Internet 946, Senators on Internet 939. 8:30 p.m. Tampa Bay Lightning face the Florida Panthers. Lightning on Sirius 210, XM 219, and Internet 945. Panthers on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 931. 11 p.m. Vegas Golden Knights take on the Minnesota Wild. Knights on Sirius 211, XM 220, and Internet 949. Wild on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 933. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91.
Mad Dog Sports Radio has the best sports talk in the business, covering sports with a passion and knowledge you need. Mad Dog Sports Radio, SiriusXM 86, and the SXM app.
Mark Messier is a 6-time Stanley Cup champion. He won 5 with the Edmonton Oilers and 1 with the New York Rangers, and is the only player to captain 2 teams to Stanley Cup championships. In Edmonton, after winning back-to-back Stanley Cup championships in 1984 and 85, it wasn't until 1987 where the team would win their 3rd Stanley Cup championship. Speaking on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, Messier joined Scott Laughlin for the morning skate on SiriusXM Channel 91 to talk about what it was like to win that 1987 Stanley Cup Finals series against the Philadelphia Flyers, despite blowing a 3-1 series lead and having to win it in a Game 7.
Mark, let's go back to the 1987 Canada, or not Canada Cup. That was still the Cup.
That was
but the 1987, that was a Game 7, but that was an all-decider as well, as we know. But for Game 7, that was pretty good stuff. But 87 in the Stanley Cup final, you're facing Philadelphia. You're up 3-1 in the series. They come back to tie it. Now you've got Game 7. Take us back to your greatest remembrances of, again, almost letting the series slip away and then having that opportunity in Game 7 to come up big, which you guys clearly did.
Well, it just goes to show you that we felt back in 87, we were really at the peak of that team in some ways. Some people think 85 team was the best team ever. 87, I think, was probably the most talented team. I think 85 team had a better overall record. I think it was 16-1 or 16-2 in that playoff year. 87, we got tangled up against Philadelphia, but we felt we're a better team. But sports isn't about who's a better team. It's about the belief system inside the dressing room. And Philadelphia wouldn't quit. Mike Keenan wouldn't allow the young Philadelphia team to quit. They were kind of banged up. They had some injuries, but they were able to extend the series after what we thought probably should have been maybe at least 4 or 5 game series. We lost, I think, the first game, if I remember correctly, and then came back and won 3 in a row, coming home to win the 5th game, only to realize that winning a championship, even after all the experience we had, is not that easy. And then going back to Philadelphia for Game 6, and they trounced us in Philly. Now we find ourselves in a Game 7, and then once you get to a Game 7, anything can happen. And you can get a bad break, an unlucky bounce, as we've seen in the past. And so everything's at stake, everything's on the line, and I think luckily for us, we're able to, really kind of rely on our experiences that we had in the past. We felt incredibly confident that if we went out and played our best game and Philadelphia went out and played their best game, our best was going to be good enough. But even with that, there was so much uncertainty, and sure enough, we're able to win our third cup in 4 years, which was quite an incredible feat.
That was Hockey Hall of Famer and Stanley Cup champion for the Edmonton Oilers, Mark Messier, on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio's The Morning Skate with Scott Laughlin on Channel 91.
MLB Network Radio is your home for 24/7 baseball talk, featuring on-site coverage of every major event from spring training through the World Series and expert analysis from former general managers and players. SiriusXM Channel 89.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Tuesday, April the 22nd. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 6 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes face the New Jersey Devils. Hurricanes on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 924, Devils on Internet 936. 7:30 p.m., Toronto Maple Leafs face the Ottawa Senators. Leafs on Sirius and XM channels 167, Internet 946, Senators on Internet 939. 8:30 p.m., Tampa Bay Lightning face the Florida Panthers. Lightning on Sirius 210, XM 219, and Internet 945. Panthers on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 931. 11 p.m., Vegas Golden Knights take on the Minnesota Wild. Knights on Sirius 211, XM 220, and Internet 949. Wild on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 933. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Tuesday, April the 22nd. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 6 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes face the New Jersey Devils. Hurricanes on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 924, Devils on Internet 936. 7:30 p.m., Toronto Maple Leafs face the Ottawa Senators. Leafs on Sirius and XM channels 167, Internet 946, Senators on Internet 939. 8:30 p.m., Tampa Bay Lightning face the Florida Panthers. Lightning on Sirius 210, XM 219, and Internet 945. Panthers on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 931. 11 p.m., Vegas Golden Knights take on the Minnesota Wild. Knights on Sirius 211, XM 220, and Internet 949. Wild on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 933. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91.
On the court and off, your home for the NBA is SiriusXM. Follow all the drama as your favorite team vies for it all. SiriusXM NBA Radio, SiriusXM 86.
Former Colorado Avalanche chairman and CEO Charlie Lyons was on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio Channel 91 with Steve Kouleas to discuss what it was like successfully keeping Joe Sakic in Colorado in 1997 during a chaotic 7-day time frame.
That all this, Charlie, comes together in 7 days. Like this isn't one moving part. Like if we get the Fox deal done, it's done. If the movie does really well, we'll borrow from the future, even though that wasn't the best thing, as you alluded to, from the movie company. Or the mayor says, yeah, we're gonna do that. Like they could have said it's
find the person that's been kidnapped, disable the bomb, stop the terrorists, get to the stage on time so you can get up and do your stand-up comedy when the audience is waiting. The ticking clock makes people realize we don't have time to screw around. We got to fix this and do it right now. So that was, in many ways, as miserable it was for, and particularly with my team, because I had a great team, but they did the heavy lifting because in essence, we had to do everything on handshakes. You're not going to get everything documented, but you're talking about the most honorable parties on earth, the mayor, Fox, Liberty Media. When they shake your hand, it's gold. And so we got it all done in here we are.
What was it like this is 1997, so no e-transfers. What was it like to tell the Rangers, to quote a song, to take this and shove it? Who made the call and said, by the way, here's the check for Joe Sakic, bye-bye, NYC?
Well, Pierre went to Joe's house and delivered the money. I got up with Liberty and Fox and the mayor at City Hall, and we announced the arena deal, Fox and Liberty. And we were coordinated. It was choreographed. And then I was a
Hey sports fans, thank you for hanging out with us and chatting it up. We're thrilled to bring you the Playoff Pulse. Catch every single NHL and NBA playoff game right here while supporting an incredible cause, SickKids Hospital. Together, we can make a difference with every single view.
Holy Mackinac! Joe Bowen here, the voice of your Toronto Maple Leafs. Every moment you watch on Toronto Sports Insider helps SickKids Hospital. 100% of Leafs playoff stream revenue goes straight to their life-saving care, helping kids in our community and beyond. This is what Playoff Pulse is all about, bringing playoff excitement and making a lasting impact for those who need it most. So let's rally together and show sick kids we're in their corner.
Hey everyone, Easton Cowan here. Let's amplify our impact. Every like, share, and subscribe boost our donations to Sick Kids. Watch the games, get hyped, and spread the word to grow our Playoff Pulse community. Join us now.
Peter, Kia, and Cardinal Apparel. You're listening to the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
There are so many adages in sports. Momentum is your next day starting pitcher. Don't foul a jump shooter. More games are lost than won. That one right there is a Bill Belichick favorite, and he'll be in the building tonight, I'm told. But here's another one. The series doesn't start until the home team loses a game. Hi, everyone. I am Adam Gold, and tonight, albeit a little earlier than usual, the Carolina Hurricanes and New Jersey Devils tangle in Game 2 of their Eastern Conference quarterfinal series. Canes comfortably controlled the opener on Easter Sunday, almost doubling New Jersey's shot total, winning the special teams battle, and winning the duel in goal. But what does it matter if Carolina doesn't back it up with another win tonight? Logan Stankoven scored twice, including once on the power play. Jalen Chatfield got the home team going early, and Andrei Svechnikov scored into an empty net. We are set for a Game 2 with the Hurricanes looking to keep their foot on the gas against a Devils team that came in with some personnel losses and quite possibly is dealing with more. Well, they are dealing with more. Already without solid defenseman Jonas Siegenthaler and superstar center Jack Hughes, they will also be without Jack's brother Luke and fellow defenseman Brendan Dillon. Even though home ice hasn't always been that big a deal around the league, the Hurricanes did what they usually do in the opening game of the opening round. When it's on home ice, they win. For the fifth straight playoff season, the Hurricanes took Game 1 of an opening round series on home ice. In fact, Carolina has gone up 2-0 in each of those best-of-7 sets. We'll be back with lineups and more after these words from your local stations on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network. Hey, it's Adam Gold, and I am in studio with my friend Ryan Monsine from the Aluminum Company of North Carolina. I tell people this all the time. If I am putting my name on a commercial, then the company that I'm doing it for has to be great at one thing, and that is customer service. You guys are great at everything, but that's probably your specialty.
Absolutely. We pride ourselves on customer service. We have over 850 Google reviews, and we have a 4.9 rating.
Who didn't give you a 5? 800-672-4348, aluminumcompany.com.
Are your monthly bills keeping you up at night, wondering how you got so behind? Hey, I'm Roger Moore, CEO of Loan Pronto. I get it. Life is expensive now. Insurance, groceries, cars. And then there's the credit card debt with those obscene interest rates. It's time to regain your financial freedom, and that's what we offer at Loan Pronto, using the power of the equity in your home. We have multiple ways to get you the cash you need, and most clients close in 2 weeks or less, and many don't even require an appraisal. And listen, rates have been plummeting recently. We just locked a homeowner in with an APR in the low fives, saving her over $1,000 per month, and put $10,000 in her pocket. Life-changing money. Whether you're drowning in debt, have a nosebleed rate you got last year, need home improvements, or simply need cash in your pocket, we can help you accomplish this goal in record time. Call us today and get started with no hard credit pull, just a conversation. LoanPronto.com, 919-381-1760. LoanPronto.com. That's LoanPronto.com.
Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Oh man, Petey Pablo on the siren. Special teams always important. We agonize over the power play daily during the regular year. During the normal year, Devils third best in that department, 28.2%. And they were actually better without Jack Hughes. Carolina, of course, 25th and borderline awful in the calendar year. But in game one, Canes went 1 for 3, Devils 0 for 2. Injuries and scratches now brought to you by UNC Health, official healthcare provider of the Carolina Hurricanes. Look, everybody's healthy. Mark Jankowski, Tyson Jost, healthy extra forwards. Riley Stillman, the 7th defenseman, upstairs with me. Now to the lineup, Sebastian Aho, Seth Jarvis, and Jackson Blake. No scoring points for this trio, but they were good. And Blake scored twice against the Devils right here during the regular season. Jordan Stahl, Jordan Martinook, Logan Stankoven, 2 goals in Game 1. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, Andrei Svechnikov, Taylor Hall, 2 assists, and maybe the best player in Game 1. Jack Roslovic in the lineup again, Eric Robinson and William Carrier on the back end. Jacob Slavin and Brent Burns, Dmitry Orlov and Jalen Chatfield, Shane Gostisbehere, and Sean Walker. And for the second straight game, it will be Frederik Andersen in net. 23 saves in game number 1 in the win, and that big one on Timo Meier late. That was huge. Jacob Markstrom gets the start for the Devils. We are ready to go. Game 2. Mike Maniscalco and Trip Tracy will have the call. Canes, Devils, after these words from your local stations on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
Go Cary offers fare-free, reliable, and convenient transit service throughout Cary and beyond. Whether you're commuting to work, heading to school, or exploring the community, we connect you to key destinations, including transit links to several towns in Wake County. With real-time tracking, comfortable rides, and excellent service, getting around has never been easier. Ride free with Go Cary and plan your trip today at gocary.org.
It's bow time. Yep, it's eating time again. Now you could unload groceries, chop, dice, mince, preheat, heat, slap around the smoke detector, and then celebrate with a big old pile of dishes. But if you're tired of cooking, or tired of sorta cooking, it's time to feed the whole family with Bojangles Fried Chicken Family Meal. With Bojangles' famous chicken, fixins, biscuits, and tea, you can forget the cookbook and spend some well-earned quality time with a delicious dinner from Bojangles. It's bow time.
There's no time like bow time. Time to stop whatever you're doing for some of that bodacious Bojangles flavor. Satisfy your craving for flavor and your passion for boneless chicken with Bojangles 4-piece Supremes Dinner. 4 perfectly seasoned, Cajun-fried, whole breast tenderloin fillets, choice of fixin', a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit, and Bojangles' legendary iced tea. When you're hungry for flavor and value, it's bow time.
At the V Foundation, V is for victory over cancer. V is for victory over giving up.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Join our team in the fight against cancer at V.org.
WCMC-FM HD1 Holly Springs.
Devils get ready for game number 2 of their first round matchup. The Canes coming off of a 4-1 victory Sunday afternoon in this building where they were nearly letter perfect against New Jersey. Frederik Andersen will get the start again for Carolina. His postseason record, 39-30, 3 shutouts and .915 save percentage. On the other side of the rink, Jacob Markstrom is 13-14 in his postseason career with 2 shutouts and a .912 save percentage. And Logan Stankoven coming off of his Canes debut in the postseason with 2 goals, joining Andrei Svechnikov as the only player in Canes playoff history to hit 2 goals in their first game in a Canes uniform. Jacob Slavin will be charged with shutting down Nico Hischier and company. Can Carolina send this up to Jersey with a 2-0 lead? We're about to find out. And here we go, game 2 underway. The Canes win the faceoff, and they'll roll it in on Markstrom. This will be played around the boards and out. New Jersey, a wounded team coming into this game, down 2 defensemen. No Brendan Dillon, no Luke Hughes in the lineup tonight for Sheldon Keefe. There's now Stankoven, will knock this puck down. He'll get it to Martinook. And this will be chipped in. Stahl, he'll have a shoulder for Dougie Hamilton. It'll be sent around the boards by Meyer. Canes good pressure. Stahl with a second attempt. He'll hang on. He'll send it to the front of the net. Jarvis looking for Stahl, but that'll be chipped away. And Heischer will make a turn as the Canes and Devils are changing up 45 seconds into this one. Now Heischer finds some room. This will go cross corner, but icing against New Jersey. And with that, the keys to smoking the competition. Trip.
Can you extend your young series lead to 2-0? Big difference between 2-0 and 1-1. Improved faceoffs. Carolina won just 39% of their faceoffs in game 1. And the reason I'm going to the Aho line is because it was the depth of the hockey club up front that guaranteed your first game victory. My sense is they'll be on the score sheet tonight if Carolina wins.
Now they have the offensive zone draw right now. Aho against Heischer. And it'll be pulled away and flipped out by Kovacevic. His second playoff game. His first was on Sunday. Bratt will send this one around, but Aho will get to it. Haula has a shoulder for the Canes centerman, but this puck comes out of the zone. New Jersey will flip it right back in. Now a giveaway. Out in front, Bratt with an opportunity. And Frederik Andersen with the answer.
That was a nice job by Bratt creating that turnover.
Now Haula with it after it was kept in by Mercer. But the Canes are able to clear only as far as the other side of their blue line.
Sheldon Keefe, New Jersey's head coach, did in the third period, moving his line combinations around to create more balance. And that's a way of responding to the checking capabilities of the Stahl line and Slavin on the back end.
As the bouncing puck is knocked down by Taylor Hall. And the Canes will settle it as Gostisbehere has it. And they'll move it quickly. And Hall, he tries to go rink wide, but that's knocked away. Canes will have to tag up, and they will. Gostisbehere with a hard rim around the Jersey zone. Hamilton with it. Kotkaniemi with a forecheck. Canes will come up with a puck. Gostisbehere will chip at it. Down low it goes. The Canes were so effective on the forecheck in game number 1. If you're Sheldon Keefe, what adjustments do you make, especially that you're down 2 regular defensemen, Trip?
Well, I mean, Brett Pesce's playing as offside. He's a right shot defenseman. A Hurricane pairing, former Hurricane pairing across the board with Hamilton. And that's a challenge, although he's done it well.
Now a chance as Roslovic tried to set up Robinson. Eric Robinson credited with 8 hits in game number 1 for the Canes. As that line of Roslovic, Robinson, and Carrier had an impact. And now here's Robinson coming in, and Markstrom with the save.
Terrific burst of speed. Board battle 1 that allows the speed of Robinson to go mano-a-mano. Heck of a stop for Markstrom.
Anderson will clear this one out. Kovacevic with it. Right back in, but knocked off of Slavin. And the Canes fans are into it early in this one.
You know, the players hit the ice, and after all these years, the Stanley Cup playoffs are a gift to the world.
Now here's a chance for Heischer. He tries to thread the needle. He does, and the shot by Meyer goes wide off the end boards. Now left there, Timo Meyer. He'll step out. He'll try the short side. Save made by Anderson using the left pad. Now another drive there by Heischer. That goes just wide. Martinook looking to clear. Kept in. Short angle offering. Anderson makes the save on the Meyer drive.
He headed that. You can hear the sound of his mask way up here. New Jersey's shooting a lot more pucks than they did Sunday.
It's a good way to use your noggin. There's Martinook looking to clear. And this will be kept in, though, for Bratt. Then Bratt will lose it. Then right back in and out. Mercer. He'll leave it for Haula. He tries the far side. Rebound, they'll score. Jesper Bratt, New Jersey, swarming Carolina here early in the first 4 minutes, and it's 1-0 Devils.
The Devils did a heck of a job keeping a puck in at the Carolina blue line. That was everything. Bastian doesn't get it deep. Burns gets it back. This, you go all the way back to the Robinson save. Roslovic set him up, so that's a particularly big save. Haula could have drawn a penalty. Or sorry, up top they could have. They get it to Haula, and Haula possibly just shooting for a rebound because he knew he had the net drive from Brad. That's the job the play made at the blue line, to even give Haula and then Brad a chance. And you go back to that save at 0-0 Markstrom made on Robinson. That makes it even bigger now that New Jersey's gotten the first goal.
Now Carolina will try to chip this one out, but offside are the Devils with just a little over 4 minutes gone by here in the first.
You know, Carolina, the good news is, you think about Game 2 last year when they trailed by a bunch and came back and beat the Islanders. The Devils, I'm sure, knew they needed the first goal in this hockey game. And even prior to it, other than the Robinson breakaway, they've had a much stronger start than they did in Game 1.
As Kotkaniemi wins this draw, and now it's sent out for Svechnikov. That'll bounce just too long. We've talked about it during the regular season. As Kotkaniemi takes a hit, but the Canes keep it in. How getting that first goal and not having to chase the game makes such a difference in this league today. Now Walker with it. He'll get it across, back and forth with Gostisbehere. Now Walker's drive. That goes off of Pesce. Hamilton behind the net, loses it to Svechnikov. Back up top, trying to get the shot through, and rebounds, and Walker was ready to fire. Now he'll make a play to keep it in, but Hamilton will come up to the loose puck and send it to Stefan Nason. Nason trying to walk Gostisbehere, but good play there. Now it'll be given away off the end boards. Nice play by Jersey to take a Walker pass, but the Canes can clear. Right back up, New Jersey, Dowling with it. Nice low bridge hit there by Shane Gostisbehere, then a follow-up by Dmitry Orlov. Tomas Tatar didn't play in Game 1, but the veteran is here in Game number 2 for Sheldon Keefe. And the Canes work this puck into the New Jersey zone, but it's deep enough to allow New Jersey to flip it back out to center ice. Kovacevic off the boards. Anderson to it. He'll go high off the glass, and that'll be deflected out of play. Well, taking a look at what the Devils have, and you can say no sympathy for the Devil the other way. Luke Hughes, Brendan Dillon will not play tonight, and of course, their dynamic offensive player Jack Hughes gone.
Physical investment pays off in the present, and you have no idea how much it's going to pay off as the series goes along. A couple of former teammates on each other. Jarvis on Pesce, Svechnikov on Hamilton, and even think about that early hit. Svechnikov on Dillon, then Dillon injured in the first period. He's as tough as they come. And Carolina had good, non-penalizing physical energy. That needs to continue.
Now Carolina breaking out, knocked down at the Devils' blue line by Pesce. Slavin will try to come up with it. It'll be knocked out. Does that become even more important, though, here tonight when you talk about that grinding physical game? Because you've basically got 4 defensemen for New Jersey you know are going to play the bulk of the game here in this
but you can't come off the gas based on the lineup. That's another shot off Anderson's head into the crowd.
That was Palat with the offering. And with this puck out of play, the injuries and scratches trip.
Well, Taylor Hall did not skate yesterday after being as impactful of a forward as Carolina had in Game 1. Jankowski and Jost, they're going to be used. They're healthy extras up front, and they were important pieces all year long. Stillman, the healthy extra on the blue line. But Taylor Hall, I thought in particular, that collision he had late in the first period where he nearly scored with the post to the left of Jacob Markstrom. That's what I think is what caused him to miss the day off yesterday.
And 2 assists. Now Brendan Moore, so they were just keeping him out. And now the Canes are trying to keep the puck into the New Jersey zone. Jarvis takes a hard hit, but he'll get it down low for Blake. Trying to spin around Kovacevic, he does. Centering out for Aho. Sebastian Aho for Orlov. Orlov didn't have the shooting lane. He'll hand it into the corner, or Aho will have to go chase behind the net. Good play by Blake as Mercer fumbled with it just for a moment. And now this one by Dumoulin will be sent to center ice and picked up by Bratt. That's for Bratt, centering it out in front, and Aho gets back to get in front of a charging Cotter.
Bratt has been excellent early. Most dangerous Devil player. He's either set up or had 3 great looks himself.
Now Nason will carry it in. He'll put this one back in a low shot there by Cody Glass, who was involved in a odd incident in the 3rd period when his own netminder trying to get a piece of Andrei Svechnikov slashed Cody Glass and knocked him out of the game. But Glass no worse for wear. He actually said, "It's kind of funny because I'm not hurt."
Well, it'll be interesting to see if his faceoff accord winning 80% in game one, if he's fighting through anything with regards to his hands, if that faceoff number stays high. 80% game one for Glass.
And it was unreal. He was 9 of 11 in the faceoff circle. Now it's Markstrom. He'll play this up for Dowling. Dowling across the rink. Kovacevic into the Kane zone. Trying to center. That deflects over the top of Anderson's net. Carolina will track it. 12:25 left here in the first period. Puck goes as far as center.
New Jersey has been way better in the neutral zone. Gapping up, causing turnovers, getting through it cleanly.
Now this puck is deflected in. Burns played off the board. Slavin up for Robinson. He'll edge this one in. Markstrom will have to play it. Behind the net, Dennis Cholowski, the former Detroit Red Wing, making his playoff debut, and this one comes out of the zone. 12:01 left in the first. Canes down 1.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
To us, every moment matters. Moments of quiet perseverance and loud celebrations. Starting moments and the moments that make us feel unstoppable. We're here to help you be present for them all. UNC Health is dedicated to getting you back to what you love. Faster, stronger, and healthier. Official healthcare provider of the Carolina Hurricanes.
We all love cheering on the Hurricanes, and our Triangle neighbor Lenovo is giving us something else to cheer about. The global technology giant is going all in to enhance the fan experience at the Lenovo Center and support the transformative entertainment district, making it a one-stop shop for all things fun in the Triangle. Hockey, entertainment, food, and more. Check it out at the newly named Lenovo Center and Entertainment District, where celebration starts in the Triangle. See you there.
Welcome back inside, where Carolina is coming off an important win in Game 1. In doing so, the Jordan Staal line with Jordan Martinook and Logan Stankoven combined for 3 points in that game. 2 of those goals by Stankoven. 22 years old, was in only his 4th playoff appearance. And Jordan Martinook talked about him afterwards, saying he's noticed his confidence. He's a great skater, but plays defense well, which is why they've liked him on the line. On the flip side, Stankoven saying play with those 2 veterans has really helped to elevate his game in that category, guys.
No, thank you for that, Hannah. And Trip, to further that point, Rod Brindamore really does trust putting Logan Stankoven on that line with Jordan Staal and Jordan Martinook.
Well, as I said in the open of the broadcast, you think Jordan Staal in particular, a veteran centerman, doesn't want that finish, that skill level on his line, if you can trust him, which you can. Martinook, for that matter, as well, you bet they do.
It paid a big dividend in the second goal of the game. And right now, down 1 is an opportunity there for Meyer. Rebound comes out Hamilton. That'll be blocked. Staal trying to get to it. It'll roll behind the net. Just out of the reach of Meyer. Escher helping it around the boards. Pesce will keep it into the Hurricane zone. Stankoven trying to fish it out. It'll be Burns watching Escher. He's got a hit for Escher along the boards. And you got a good look at that. Kane still trying to clear, and now they will. Stankoven gets it to Martinook. Martinook. He's going to draw a penalty, and he's going to keep playing, sending this one across. It'll be touched up. Jordan Martinook kept the feet moving, and the Canes are going to get a power play because of it.
Well, he wears a letter on his jersey. It's a huge play based on the way the first period's gone. Announcement coming.
New Jersey 18, minor penalty for holding.
That's Jean Hebert working this game with Peter McDougall. And you need life, because the New Jersey Devils have been really good early. Stankoven gets it to him. And then you see Palat there guilty of the penalty. Kovacevic could have been as well. It's either guy. This is where you need definite life from your power play, especially the bumper position, the man in the middle. I want to see him really be noticeable.
The Canes 1 for 3 in game 1. And New Jersey will start this one by forcing Carolina back into their own zone. Need to find a way back into the Devils' end. Aho will take the drop pass. He'll go back and forth with Jarvis. Now Aho along the boards. He'll get help from Jarvis as he'll feed Blake. Blake will leave it. Svechnikov up top. Gostisbehere through traffic, getting a glove to its Markstrom. Svechnikov, he'll pick up the rebound. He drew a crowd. He threw it to a point, but nobody home. And Carolina has to tag up, and the Devils will change.
The entries were pretty good. And another good one here, especially on the Stankoven goal Sunday.
Blake hammered by Kovacevic, but the Canes get the puck in, but it goes through Aho and back into the Hurricane zone. And already 55 seconds have evaporated on this power play. A nice move by Gostisbehere to get some room. He'll do the drop pass. Jarvis with speed. Across for Kotkaniemi. Back for Gostisbehere. Taylor Hall up top. Gostisbehere walks the blue line. He'll feed it Kotkaniemi to Hall. A little partial change for Carolina. Jarvis with it, trying to thread the needle. Mercer with a good stick. Hamilton moves it around. And the Canes get to it before Kovacevic can clear. Stop and turn, and this puck bounces off the boards. Carolina will keep it in. Hall to Stankoven. His pass. It gets through Burns, and the Canes need to tag up.
That previous look, that's why you need the man in the middle to be effective, because if he's not, the penalty killers can really pressure the outside like New Jersey did.
Now Roslovic trying to keep it in the corner, but New Jersey, well, the Canes have gotten into the zone. They haven't spent a ton of time once they get there. Final rush here with 5 seconds left on the man advantage. Hall, he'll go cross corner. Stankoven will get to it, watched by Glass. Dumoulin moves it around. Power plays over. Out of the box comes Palat. And Carolina, you can see Palat flip this one out over the blue line.
No stick for Markstrom.
Can the Canes take advantage as Markstrom's stick is behind the net? Stahl forechecking Dumoulin. Palat, he's brought down by Stahl, but the puck comes out over the zone. Chatfield hammers it back in, but it goes off of his own teammate. Offside are the Canes. 8:42 left here in the opening period. 1-0 New Jersey over Carolina.
Who wants to save up to $1 a gallon on gas with Harris Teeter fuel points? It's easy. Shop at Harris Teeter with your Vic card. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 spent. Redeem your points for gas savings at Harris Teeter fuel centers in our partnering Amoco and BP gas stations. You can even check your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app. Get 4 times the fuel points when you shop on Fridays.
Hey you! Yeah, you! I'm talking to you! Thanks for hanging out with us. This is TSI Mike, and now that we've got your attention, we're bringing you every single game of the NBA and NHL playoffs while supporting SickKids Hospital in Toronto through our Playoff Pulse campaign. Let's grow our global community. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell, and join the action.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Joe Bowen here, voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Playoff Pulse on Toronto Sports Insider is all about playoff thrills and making a difference, with 100% of Leaf playoff stream revenue going directly to SickKids for their life-saving treatments and research. We're aiming for 100,000 insiders to boost our impact. So subscribe now and be a part of this incredible movement. Holy Mackinac! Let's show SickKids Hospital we're here for them. Join us today.
Hey you, yeah you, Easton Cowan, Leafs prospect here. I'm loving these Playoff Pulse live hangouts. Subscribe and turn on the bell to catch every game. Keep the chat buzzing and let's cheer for SickKids together. See you in the chat.
Here in this first period. So there's a chance to minimize any type of damage until Carolina finds their game. Anderson may need another save like that because you can't help but tip your cap to the Devils, how they played in the first 9 minutes of this one.
I'll take it for what it's worth. New Jersey is out shooting Carolina 7-2 when you consider that it was a shooting gallery for Carolina in game number 1. Outshot New Jersey at every turn. Here's a long drive by Kovacevic, but it's seen the whole way by Anderson. Just to illustrate that point, the Canes had 17 shots in the first. And they had 21 shots in the second. There's 2 right now. As this one will be shuttled in. Martinook tries the short side high, and Markstrom gets a shoulder, and that one will go over the glass into the netting.
Line changes are so important, especially when you don't win puck battles. I just want you to watch this area on the Carolina bench. Burns is making a change, and Mercer comes up with his, he was at a numerical disadvantage. He won the battle, got to the middle, got it to Haula. Brad got to the net first, and Chatfield starting his shift, so he's dipping his toe in the water, and he gets a little puck focused, lose Brad in front. Line changes are so important always, but especially when there's a battle going on for a 50-50 puck that Mercer came up with, to his credit.
Now a big offensive zone draw. Kotkaniemi against glass. Kotkaniemi wins it. Gostisbehere, his drive is deflected by Kotkaniemi, but that goes off the netting over the glass.
Martinook's probably been Carolina's best player. Drew the penalty and challenged Markstrom high on the blocker side. We talked about it a lot in game 1. You know, the way that he dips those hands, how low he grabs that handle on his stick. You know, it just looks like going upstairs is a good decision.
Now this loose puck, trying to keep that one in as Walker is knocked away only as far as center. Gostisbehere, go get it to Taylor Hall. He's rubbed down along the boards, and New Jersey can clear. And now Walker will send this in. Chip, to you, a real quick point on that is you played the position. You know, we talk about the Canes looking for the tendency. As a goalie, do you look at it and say, hey, maybe I'm giving this up?
And if he does, what's he going to do? If he gets worried, he's going to start lifting that stick off the ice, then you go low.
The Canes keep it in, trying to get this high. It'll be deflected into the corner. Kotkaniemi wants to play it away from Nason. He'll get help from Walker. Svechnikov with it. He'll put it through the seam. Kotkaniemi knocks it down. Gostisbehere will keep it in. And Kotkaniemi loses the handle, and another penalty coming up to New Jersey. Gostisbehere will draw it, and now the Canes have an extra attacker as Anderson makes his way to the bench. Sebastian Aho over the ice to pick it up. And now Gostisbehere with it, and the Canes fans come to their feet. Here's Blake. He'll hand it off for Robinson. Back for Gostisbehere. Into the seam. Jarvis trying to go high. Roslovic with that shot. And it will go off the shoulder of Markstrom. Canes trying to keep it in. Now to be touched up. And another power play coming Carolina's way. Tripping will be the call.
Both referees had their arms up, but for the same infraction.
New Jersey, number 47, 2-minute minor for tripping.
Cotter with the tripping penalty. Gostisbehere keeps it in. It's a tripping penalty with the left knee. This is a big power play. Your second one of the period. You didn't generate a ton on the first one. And it's still early in this series, Mike. But the big guys up front, whether it be on the power play or at even strength, this is where Aho, Jarvis, and Blake have got to get going.
Canes 0 for 1 on the man advantage. As you look at the setup here. Gostisbehere will quarterback it. Paula against Aho. Aho wins it clean. Blake will get it to Gostisbehere. Now the Canes can set up. New Jersey pressuring as Pesci came out on Aho. The Canes will keep it in. Jarvis with it. Back for Aho. Now Gostisbehere comes across, and Svechnikov misfires. He'll hang on to the puck, though. Back for Gostisbehere. Now it's Aho. Back for Gostisbehere. He and Aho exchange with it. And a nice stick there by Jesper Bratt. He deflects that, and a lucky fan in Raleigh's got a souvenir.
Getting back to being more dangerous in the bumper position, what is that? That's in the high slot, and he can either filter the puck to the outside or be a shooting threat. And it's so important it hasn't been good enough, because if it's not a threat, then the penalty killers can force pressure on the outside that much more on your one-time options. It's got to be there.
The Canes win the draw by pushing it forward. Aho gets to it. Now Blake dancing on the blue line. He'll get it for Aho. Aho with it. Side of the net, Jarvis. He takes a peek back for Aho. He wants to work it back. A little hot potato between Jarvis and Aho. Jarvis with it now. Across the rink, Gostisbehere can't pull the trigger. Aho with it. He tries to go side of the net for Svechnikov. It'll bounce, and Aho and Jarvis will connect. Now Jarvis to Gostisbehere to Aho. 60 seconds have gone by here on this man advantage. Now Jarvis tees it up, and that goes high over Markstrom's net, and that'll come off the glass and out of the zone.
Pesce did an excellent job fronting that. He forced that shot high. I saw him in warm-ups when I was down there, and you could tell he was much more relaxed than he was in game one.
Now the Canes will change up. Hall will bang this one to Kotkaniemi around the boards for Stankoven. He had the power play goal in game two. Now Burns for Hall. Hall's shot looking for the redirect. Stankoven got a stick, but just off the mark. Now Roslovic. He'll give it away. And Jersey will pedal this one out. It'll be flipped up, and Burns will settle it down. Good stick by Palat there, as he took it away from Roslovic, and now there is 15 seconds left in this man advantage. Hall wants it. He'll take the pass from Burns. Hall into the Devils zone. He'll get it to Roslovic. Orlov back for Roslovic. He tries the short side save made by Markstrom. Puck stays free. Canes will keep it in. Back into the corner it goes. As you see, Roslovic and Kovacevic, the after effect of that.
I would have loved when Roslovic, if he had received that pass, if he was on his toes and brought it immediately to the net. It would have been a much more dangerous shot when he got that pass from Orlov.
Now Carrier into the Devils zone. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left here in this first period. Canes down a goal. Chatfield has it. His shot deflected just wide. Martinook to the rebound. Orlov will try. He'll miss-hit that one. And scooting with it is Jesper Brack. He'll send this one across. Chatfield, he'll help out his netminder. Anderson makes the save, as Hollow wanted to put that one on target and did. 4 minutes left here in the first period. This one rolled back into the Canes zone. Mercer coming in to play it, as he'll step in between Slavin and Anderson in New Jersey. Had a good forecheck going there, but this puck bounces high, and it will be touched on the Canes bench. 3:46 left here in the first. Canes trailing New Jersey 1-0.
Doesn't the North Carolina Education Lottery Winners Club give the best massages?
I've never felt so relaxed.
Thanks to this month's scratch-offs, this is our life now.
It's like winning again and again and again.
This month's scratch-offs pack over $150 million in total prizes. The Winners Club awaits. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 to 3.8 to 9.88. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
For almost a decade, the Hurricanes have trusted their t-shirt needs with Cardinal Apparel. Carolina Hurricanes alumni Shane Willis here to tell you Cardinal Apparel has expanded and relocated to better serve their clients across the state. Formerly known as Raleigh Screen Print, Cardinal Apparel will produce high-quality screen printing while working directly with customers. Don't waste your time online trying to order through third-party vendors. Save money and time working with Cardinal Apparel. Visit cardinalapparel.com to start your order today.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery tool sets. You can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel. Shop online or in store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Well, Logan Stankoven and Andrei Svechnikov, when it comes to goal scoring, might have a lot in common in this league, Trip.
Well, it's really not surprising. You know, Svechnikov had a great rookie year. And Carolina lost the first game of that series. They won in 7, but he was their best player. Look at that quick release. Eventually injured in game 3, and for Stankoven, he's always produced everywhere he's been when it's mattered most.
For Logan Stankoven, his 2 goals in his first game with a Carolina Hurricanes uniform on. Only other time that had been done, we just showed you, was Andrei Svechnikov against the Washington Capitals. And this postseason, they each have lit the lamp. 2 for Stankoven. Now here comes Martinook again, drawing his way in. Across for Stahl, and Markstrom makes the save. Well, that would have been on the postseason highlight reel forever, that pass from Martinook to Stahl. Now a long drive is put right on by Pesce, but that's gobbled up by Anderson.
That's starting to get more direct and moving the puck with pace. deception there from Slavin. He was looking to the outside, went to the middle to Martinook. Martinook, going down to the ice, still finds Jordan Staal. Good low save from Markstrom. When you talk about desperation, New Jersey's been more desperate here in the first period. Martinook has been Carolina's most desperate player. Desperation wins every time, not momentum.
Now Aho. You'll get this one back for Slavin, but this will come back, icing on Carolina.
We talked about it in the opening comment. Momentum for me exists within a game. It does not carry over from game to game. And you knew New Jersey was going to be, it's human nature.
Yeah.
Extremely desperate. And so far, they've been the more desperate team. Martinook has been desperate.
There's that old adage is everybody's got a game plan until you get punched in the face. New Jersey landed the punch here early with the first goal of the game. Canes have had a response, though. Markstrom's made a couple of timely saves as it's 1-0 with 3:10 left here in the opening period. New Jersey, just for Bratt's first of this postseason. Canes trying to move the puck out of their zone. It'll be kicked around and kept in by Jesper Bratt. Bratt, he'll turn with it. He'll get it to Haula, but Haula can't handle it. It'll slide to the corner. Now shuttled out in front as Bratt, he is always around the puck. And again, great pass there. Now here's a chance for Carolina coming in. Jarvis one-handed. He'll crash into Markstrom. And a back check there by Dumoulin, getting enough of Jarvis where he couldn't get it off clean.
The big boys are showing signs of life when you think about Jarvis, Aho, and Blake.
And this is going to be icing as Chatfield didn't cross center ice.
Carolina's created 2 transition chances by being direct. And Jarvis finishes Kovacevic, then flies. Dumoulin does a heck of a job to avoid taking New Jersey's 3rd penalty, but to make it difficult for Jarvis. Dumoulin played the most minutes. Any New Jersey defenseman, about 25 minutes in game 1.
This one is drawn back. And it'll be Hamilton teeing it up. That doesn't get through as it bounced off a couple of bodies in front of Frederik Andersen. Now it's Taylor Hall. He'll one-hand this one out, trying to find Jarvis. And it'll roll back, and Dougie Hamilton, the former Cane, in the spotlight there. And Svechnikov knocks it down to center ice, but Timo Meier will come away with it. Hamilton now up the boards. Canes trying to read it and be knocked down there by Cody Glass. Bastian chasing after it in the Cane zone. Better look at that. And then you see a great finish by Svechnikov along the end boards. Puck into the corner. Off the glass it goes. Good job by New Jersey to keep it in. Bouncing puck. Bastian with a chance. Kicked away by Andersen. And the Canes will control the loose puck. Hall on one knee, trying to clear camp. Kept in by Dowling. That offering is going to be blocked. Orlov to it. And he'll stop, and now he'll make a pass on the backhand across for Roslovic. Dowling steps into Roslovic. Robinson and Carrier come to help out their centerman. And the puck will spurt free. Tatar, though, will knock it down. Tomas Tatar into the Cane zone. And stop. And he'll have that puck knocked away neatly, and Robinson with it. He had that breakaway chance early in this period that Markstrom made the save when it was scoreless. It's one that you can remember now if the period ends this way, as we're in the last minute of the first. Roslovic into the corner. This loose puck will be shoot out to center ice.
Carolina hasn't been shorthanded. They're going to have to be really disciplined. 2 power plays for the Hurricanes, but the Hurricanes have found their game despite being down a goal. They've shown signs of it at least here late in the first period.
Now Robinson will chip this one in. 30 seconds remaining here in the opening period. Kovacevic across for Dumoulin. Tries to pull away from Stankoven. Up for Mercer. That long drive by Haula misses everything. Good play here by Martinook. Absorbed the hit by Palat. Gets it out to center ice, and Dumoulin promptly returns serve back in the Cane zone. Hamilton with a shove for Martinook. 7 seconds left. Puck comes out for Stankoven. 5 seconds left at center ice. Stankoven's got Staal. Stankoven shoots. It goes over the top of Markstrom's cage, and that is how the first period comes to an end. Our first intermission report. We'll have Jordan Martinook talk about these 20 minutes with our Hannah Yates. We'll go after 20 with Shane Willis and Hannah and get Shane's thoughts, and we'll have your highlights of this first period. And again, the physical intensity is ramped up. It is the postseason. New Jersey strikes first, and after 20 minutes in Raleigh, it's 1-0 New Jersey.
What if, instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you could choose one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon, with big bank reliability and small bank resolve. You get 160 years of financial strength and stability and an enduring commitment to personal service. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank. Visit firsthorizon.com/getitall.
See if you're a winner every night. Watch live lottery drawings on WRAL TV's 11 o'clock news. That's right, Carolina Pick 3, Carolina Pick 4, and Carolina Cash 5 numbers every night on WRAL TV's 11 o'clock news. See if you're a winner before you go off to bed. Get your lottery numbers live every night.
North Carolina Education Lottery.
Only on WRAL TV's 11 o'clock news.
Make your next tailgate more electric when you plug into a new Ford F-150 or Super Duty truck. Not only do they light up the scoreboard with outstanding payload and towing numbers, with available Pro Power on board, you can turn these Ford trucks into mobile generators to give your tailgate party an extra boost of energy. Visit your Carolina Ford dealer or buyfordnow.com for great offers and to learn more about F-150 and Super Duty. See owner's manual for important operating instructions.
Adam Gold inside Lenovo Center on the Lenovo Intermission Report, brought to you by Lenovo, official technology provider of the Carolina Hurricanes. Really the opposite of what we saw yesterday, or Sunday rather. Devils outshooting Carolina 9-6 in the first period. They get the first goal. Really maybe a mistaken judgment by Dmitry Orlov to reverse the puck rather than just skate it out the left side. And Carolina never got control of it. The puck comes right back into the offensive zone. Carolina scrambling. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Eric Haula shoots for a rebound. He gets it off of Freddie Anderson. And Jesper Bratt is right there to chip it home with Jalen Chatfield in the vicinity, but nothing he could really do about it. It was a quick play. And the Hurricanes give up the first goal. They've had some chances. Eric Robinson, mini breakaway off a great pass from Brent Burns, banked it off the wall. Robinson comes in, but it's Eric Robinson. Good save by Jacob Markstrom. Jordan Martinook to Jordan Stahl for an opportunity. Really, Canes have had 2 power plays in the first period and cleared the puck on their own power play 3 times the first one, and then spent the second power play getting great chances and then just whiffing on scoring opportunities. So Carolina needs to settle down a little bit here. New Jersey has been the better team for the first 20 minutes. We will come back and listen to highlights, but first a reminder, you can save on trimmers, sprayers, and more. Plus, get free battery offers by shopping online or at participating local steel dealers for a limited time while supplies last. Highlights are next.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
To us, every moment matters. Moments of quiet perseverance and loud celebrations. Starting moments and the moments that make us feel unstoppable. We're here to help you be present for them all. UNC Health is dedicated to getting you back to what you love. Faster, stronger, and healthier. Official healthcare provider of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Canes fans, something big.
Hey sports fans, thank you so much for hanging out with us here on Toronto Sports Insider during the Playoff Pulse. Our mission is simple, bringing sports fans together to hang out, cheer, and change the world one insider at a time while supporting SickKids Hospital in Toronto every single game.
Cheers, insiders and sports fans from around the world. The Playoff Pulse campaign on Toronto Sports Insider is uniting fans worldwide through the thrill of NHL and NBA playoffs. Every game, every fan, every moment counts. The link is pinned in the chat and in the description. Check out our campaign page. Donate if you can, or share it with friends. Holy Mackinac! Every click helps sick kids heal the future. Just by being here, you have already made an impact. Now, chat it up, keep it classy, and let's keep changing the world one insider at a time.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! I'm talking to you! Thanks for hanging out with us. This is TSI Mike, and now that we've got your attention, we're bringing you every single game of the NBA and NHL playoffs while supporting SickKids Hospital in Toronto through our Playoff Pulse campaign. Let's grow our global community. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell, and join the action.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Joe Bowen here, voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Playoff Pulse on Toronto Sports Insider is all about playoff thrills and making a difference, with 100% of Leaf playoff stream revenue going directly to sick kids for their life-saving treatments and research. We're aiming for 100,000 insiders to boost our impact. So subscribe now and be a part of this incredible movement. Holy Mackinac! Let's show Sick Kids Hospital we're here for them. Join us today.
Hey you, yeah you, Easton Cowan, Leafs prospect here. I'm loving these Playoff Pulse live hangouts. Subscribe and turn on the bell to catch every game. Keep the chat buzzing and let's cheer for Sick Kids together. See you in the chat.
Hey sports fans, it's TSI Mike, and we're uniting fans worldwide with the NHL and NBA playoff action while supporting Sick Kids Hospital right here in Toronto. Click the live viewer.
Again.
This month's scratch-offs pack over $150 million in total prizes. The Winners Club awaits. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 to 3.8 to 9.88. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Adam Gold inside Lenovo Center. 1-0 Devils on the Lenovo Intermission Report. Walt Ruff, Hurricanes.com, content maestro, wizard of the keyboards with us here. Is this exactly what we saw Sunday, but in reverse? Was it grunt? We start off with a grunt?
Was the Devils start that sloppy on Sunday?
I don't think the Devils had a good start.
I don't think they had
Sunday.
a good start. I just don't think they had a ton going. I think the Canes were sloppy.
Well, they were. I mean, do you go back to the second power play? Like, there were plenty of scoring chances. Svechnikov whiffs. Roslovic gave the puck away. Walker or Gostisbehere whiffed on another out. They had 3 swings and misses. Looked like we were watching the old Milwaukee Brewers. They were sloppy. On the goal, poor decision by Dmitry Orlov to reverse the puck rather than just skate it up the left. I understand what he was doing, but the physical execution of that was poor, and it put Carolina in a bad spot.
Yeah, that whole segment, I mean, throughout the change where there was a small portion of time where you had Orlov and Burns out there, and I know that there's some people who don't ever want to hear that combination out there together.
Leaves Kane's Twitter to their devices.
I love how you knew exactly what I was referencing without having to say it, so thank you.
Staying off my timeline tonight.
Thank you. Good job. I'm proud of you for that.
And look, Carolina's had 3 really good chances on breakaways. I would have liked to have seen Seth keep it on his backhand. I thought he brought it into more trouble rather than keep it away from, I think it was it Bratt coming back defensively, whoever it was coming back defensively. He brought himself into more trouble. But Burns bank pass to Robinson early in the game for a chance. Jordan Martinook's had a couple of chances. Maybe the wrong guys have had the chances, if you're thinking about it. But because we haven't had much from the top line through 4 periods.
No, you're absolutely right. And you're also correct in saying that there were chances, right? Like, listen, let's not chalk this up to a totally terrible period from Carolina. I think it's just frustrating because they did have those chances, weren't able to finish, and then we saw so much atypical play, and like you said, the whiffed on one-timers and just grenade passes. It was not pretty.
No, it wasn't. If we go back to the second period on Sunday, where Carolina got way better than they were in the first period, and the first period was good, what do you think leads to something like that? Because they need that now.
Yeah, they do. And listen, is it going to happen? Very well could. And after the game, you and I will be in there asking what was said during the first intermission. Everyone's going to say the same thing. Nothing. Right. Just know they need to be better. That was not Carolina Hurricanes hockey. During the TV broadcast first intermission interview, Jordan Martinook said we weren't ready the way we needed to be in the first 5 minutes. And they got to more of their game in the back half of the 10 minutes there. I think some of it is mental, right? This time of year, you're always asking, is it more physical, is it more mental? And the guys know that was not up to their standard, and they're going to try and continue what they started to snowball toward the end of that period.
I was talking to Trip Tracy about this before the game. With the Devils' personnel losses on the back end, it puts Dougie Hamilton into a different role, right? He was playing on a third pair pretty much yesterday, or Sunday. I keep saying yesterday. On Sunday, he's playing on third pair. Now he's playing with Brett Pesce. I saw that Rod kind of flipped the forward line because he wants heaviness going against Dougie Hamilton, so he's got the stall line out against them as opposed to the Aho line.
You got Brett Pesce on his offhand. I think that's...
Yeah, but I think Brett Pesce's... I've seen it. I've seen Brett Pesce on his offside. To me, Brett Pesce is elite. There are no weaknesses in 22's game. I'm sorry. I will defend the other team when it comes to number 22.
Listen, I think Brett Pesce's a great player. I just think, again, mentally, when you were a right-handed defenseman and you're going to the left, and then Brett Pesce is fantastic defensively, he's got to be in a bit of a coverage role too, playing with Dougie Hamilton now. Because I just think
he's in the Jacob Slavin role.
Yes. You start to stack some of those changes. That's where I think things just get a little bit different.
No changes yet, but if it doesn't get better, do you see tweaks to Carolina's forward group?
Sure, absolutely. I don't know how much longer. Again, they were good the back half of that period, but I could totally see that happening.
I think we need 20, 24, and 53 to start generating.
Yes.
Because they didn't get a lot of scoring chances in game one. They played well, but not a lot of scoring chances from that trio. Walt Ruff, Hurricanes.com content maestro, wizard of the keyboard. Jordan Martinook said it. You didn't.
That's right. Jordan Martinook said it.
Jordan Martinook said it. Weren't ready for the start of the period. All right, we'll try to be ready. And we'll check an NHL scoreboard after these words from your local stations on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
It's bow time. Yep, it's eating time again. Now you could unload groceries, chop, dice, mince, preheat, heat, slap around the smoke detector, and then celebrate with a big old pile of dishes. But if you're tired of cooking, or tired of sorta cooking, it's time to feed the whole family with Bojangles Fried Chicken Family Meal. With Bojangles' famous chicken, fixins, biscuits, and tea, you can forget the cookbook and spend some well-earned quality time with a delicious dinner from Bojangles. It's bow time.
There's no time like bow time. Time to stop whatever you're doing for some of that bodacious Bojangles flavor. Satisfy your craving for flavor and your passion for boneless chicken with Bojangles 4-piece Supremes Dinner. 4 perfectly seasoned, Cajun-fried, whole breast tenderloin fillets, choice of fixin', a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit, and Bojangles legendary iced tea. When you're hungry for flavor and value, it's bow time.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-383-7733. That's 800-383-7733.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Adam Gold inside Lenovo Center. 1-0 Devils. The goal from Jesper Bratt. A rebound inside of 4 minutes. Eric Hall and Dougie Hamilton with the assist as they take a 1-0 lead. Really, in terms of all of these things, the opposite of what we saw on Sunday Game 1. Concerning for Carolina, the top line, Aho, Jarvis, and Blake have combined for one shot on goal. It was Jarvis, and that was a breakaway and a line change. So that line has to be a little bit better. And the Mercer-Halla line with Jesper Bratt has won that battle so far through 20 minutes. Let's take a check of the first period scoreboard, brought to you by Cardinal Apparel, proud partner and t-shirt provider of the Carolina Hurricanes. Canes are the only game right now. Ottawa-Toronto will start in about 40 minutes. Minnesota and Vegas later on tonight. And then Florida and Tampa Bay at 8:30 as we get the Sunshine State Series for the 4th time in the last 5 seasons. Mike and Tripp, they'll have the second period. Canes need a goal. I am Adam Gold. See you after 2.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
For almost a decade, the Hurricanes have trusted their t-shirt needs with Cardinal Apparel. Carolina Hurricanes alumni Shane Willis here to tell you Cardinal Apparel has expanded and relocated to better serve their clients across the state. Formerly known as Raleigh Screen Print, Cardinal Apparel will produce high-quality screen printing while working directly with customers. Don't waste your time online trying to order through third-party vendors. Save money and time working with Cardinal Apparel. Visit cardinalapparel.com to start your order today.
Barbecue season is back. Hey, it's Ellen.
And this is Sarah Beth.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that zesty barbecue sauce. I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese.
I feel like I tasted the brown sugar bacon first. It was the absolute best combination. Pro tip, 3 sandwiches are always better than 1.
Order the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich and our Coca-Cola on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
WCMC-FM HD1 Holly Springs.
When that opening night feeling rolls back into town, there ain't nothing like that something we all rally around, rally around. And we know we got that something we can rally around, rally around. Just looking for a little something.
We get ready to start the second period where the Canes have been dominant, in particular in Game 1. Puck in the offensive zone, shots, slot driving plays, and you get those big scoring chances. That was 5-0. Thanks to Sports Logic, Mike Kelly, for that. Tripp, why have the Canes been so good in second periods at home, and why were they so good in Game 1?
Because their identity is still a forechecking team, and with a long second period change, so defensemen in particular have a lot longer to go to change. And forwards are the closest they'll ever be to the offensive zone. So then if you have a forecheck going, you can stagger changes, take advantage of fatigue, be fresher and fresher. Line change part of New Jersey's goal in the first. You're going to need every bit of that, but that's the reason for me.
Second period's underway. We're going to get a hand pass here against New Jersey 9 seconds into this one.
Because it wasn't just Sunday that Carolina took over the game in the second. They had a great start, but they built upon it and dominated the second period. It's because they have a buy-in to get pucks into the attacking zone, manage it, even if you don't get to the inside. Then guys are stuck on with that long change for, say, the Devils for a long time, and then you bring fresh guys on to continue to push.
Now the Canes will now send this one in. Out in front opportunity as Martinook had a good first period for Carolina and a dangerous chance there, but we'll see if that'll be another high danger chance for Carolina's. Again, they were 5-0 in the second period against New Jersey, and this man contributed with 2 goals. That was Logan Stankoven. He lays it off. Now he'll get it out in front. Stahl with a chance out in front, and Markstrom will make the save.
Well, this is the line that set the entire tone of the second period. One of Stankoven's goals was a power play goal, but they were stellar. I think they spent every shift playing in the defensive zone. The shot goes off Hamilton's foot. Stahl gets to the net first, and actually his knee, and Markstrom, who is as good side to side as there is. It's because he plays deep. See how deep he plays? So it's a much shorter distance to be able to move from side to side.
Now a big offensive zone face-off.
By the way, Pesce and Hamilton playing together were very good in the first period.
Roslovic against Justin Dowling. Well, it was Roslovic. We'll see if he gets to stay. Nope, he's asked out. So Eric Robinson will take the offensive zone draw. Push that forward as you see Dumoulin get to it. Dumoulin played 9 minutes plus in the first period, Trip.
He's a two-time Stanley Cup winner with the Pittsburgh Penguins, and you can't teach experience. He's been good in both games.
16 and 17, those back-to-back championships for Pittsburgh. And Dumoulin, who was the, once upon a time, draft pick for the Carolina Hurricanes.
In the Stahl deal.
Big part of that Stahl deal with Brandon Sutter.
Pick went to Pittsburgh that was used, and he's not in the lineup tonight, but to use Daniel Sprong.
You're correct. Now a hard shot by Carey off the mask of Markstrom. Now chipped out in front. Again, this line was very good in game one and a great scoring chance there.
I like seeing trying to go upstairs. Rod Brindamore said virtually everybody tries to do it in our pregame show, but you know, Markstrom just has that puck hit his mask. That's a good thought by Carrier.
As they'll say play on. No icing, they wave it off. And to Rod's point, because every goaltender now is so good down low, that's where you have to look for the goals here in this league. And just for Brad, the goal scorer in this one. He'll be pinned to the boards by Orlov. Jersey will play ring around the rink, and it will come out of the zone.
Well, you think about the Devils' ice time. Dumoulin, Pesce, Hamilton, Nemitz, and Chalowski in the lineup. They're not going to play. They haven't played much. They're not going to play much.
It was icing on New Jersey, and we've got a Verizon reliable performance to get to of Logan Stankoven in his NHL playoff career. He's got 21 games and 5 goals, 5 assists. He had 3 with the Dallas Stars last year, but 2 goals here in game one. He still has his rookie status for this season, and he is a difference maker for sure. He'll become reliable. Now Gostisbehere cranks one up, but that one misses everything. It'll pop over the New Jersey blue line.
Good clean win from Aho on that faceoff. Canes actually won the majority of draws in the first.
Now bouncing puck out in front. Blake will play this one for Aho. Walker gets this shot through, and that's kicked away by Markstrom. Good keep in here. Jarvis has it, looking for Blake, back for Aho. Walker fakes the shot. He'll get it to Gostisbehere. Aho's going to play this one in the corner. He was looking for Jarvis. Markstrom comes out behind his net to play it. Walker slows it down. Blake slaps it for Jarvis. Now back up for Walker. And this is what you were talking about, Trip, where maybe if the Canes can keep them hemmed in, you take advantage of that second period change where the benches are. Gostisbehere slipped it out in front, back to Gostisbehere. Second chance, he scores! Markstrom with the save, but persistence is named Shane Gostisbehere, and we're tied at 1.
Gostisbehere celebrated his birthday Sunday. 2 days later, he just took over this ship. Nice job of pressuring for Blake that allows Gostisbehere to keep it in, then move his feet. Shot, I believe, goes off of Dumoulin's knee. Continues to move his feet. And what a finish. Where? Upstairs. What an outstanding shift by Shane Gostisbehere. And don't lose sight of the contribution of Jackson Blake on 2 significant occasions.
Blake gets the assist, and he should. That'll be his first NHL point. And now here's a chance for Svechnikov in on the forecheck. Now the Canes trying to slant the ice, and they'll score! It goes in off the Kotkaniemi! Yeah, we're getting a whistle, but that shot got through Markstrom.
Well, Pesce, the question is, did Pesce save a goal, or was the puck already over the goal line? This is a standard league review. And what we need to know is what the call on the ice is first. And I think Johnny Bear is going to give us a nice announcement.
The play is under review to see if the puck completely crossed the goal line.
See, if it's inconclusive, now you don't know. Because let's see if hopefully it's clear, one way or the other. Pesce ends up getting back at the last second. I don't think first look that it crossed. Svechnikov creates a situation. Markstrom in no man's land. Good physicality from Kokoniemi. I thought Pesce saved a goal. It didn't look like it crossed the goal line to me. It easily could have gone off the backside of Markstrom. And what a play from Pesce. I think he saved a goal.
That's the save of the playoffs right now.
And it's confirmed the puck didn't completely cross the goal line. No goal.
And that save comes from the defenseman, former Hurricane Brett Pesce.
But even though Pesce makes a stellar play, and he's been way more relaxed playing the game tonight so far than we appreciated for years, that's good stuff. From Svechnikov first, getting in on Markstrom, putting him in a tough spot. Physicality from Kokoniemi, getting a puck quickly to the net. So a lot of good things there.
And the Canes are continuing their trend of owning the second period here at Lenovo Center. This draw one back. Burns is going to get this shot through as Martinook was going to the front of the net. He was taken down. And now you can give the first playoff point to Jackson Blake of his career on the Gostisbehere goal. And Sebastian Aho as well. And a trip to back up a point that you said. The big boys would be involved. Now this line has been so good all night. Stankoven tries to get it across for Martinook, but that'll be tipped away. And Slavin goes back to get it. This line will stay on the ice. Slavin's pass up for Stankoven. And his line mates will go for a change as Stankoven got it in deep. Roslovic, he's going to force a turnover here. He'll come up with the puck. That'll be knocked away from Roslovic and then knocked over the blue line, and Chatfield has to go get it. Chatfield. A misfire there. Seen a couple of those tonight on both sides. New Jersey will just flip this one back into the Cane zone. And as you see, Dmitry Orlov is very physical in game number one. You know, back to that game in this building in December where it ratcheted up to playoff type intensity.
It's all Canes right now. Carolina is going to have to be extremely disciplined as they continue to push. No New Jersey power plays.
Canes have had the only 2 power play opportunities in this game. As we're approaching 5 minutes gone by here in this second period. And as you look at Jalen Chatfield, he is scanning over his options. He'll play it up the middle of the rink. Aho will pull away into the Devil zone. Aho centering out in front. And Blake just couldn't get the stick to it, but Jarvis will keep it in. Seth Jarvis, good pirouette across for Burns. Burns is going to get it to Aho. Aho for Slavin. Now down low, Burns will get it back. Aho will tip it as Burns had jumped in on the play, and Slavin has to race after it. He'll beat Brock to the puck and back into the Jersey zone, but just momentarily. Now Slavin using his body to shield off the Jersey forward. Now New Jersey with a chance out in front. Anderson with a save. Puck still loose out in front. And there comes the first penalty of this period. Slashing is the call.
Anderson made a really good save on the backhand as Aho was in the process of taking the penalty.
Sebastian Aho to the box.
Carolina, number 20, 2-minute minor for slashing.
Jesper Bratt has been New Jersey's best player, and it's not even close. And I think Slavin, with last change, he's going to play against him for the rest of this one. You know, good battle from Burns in front on that rebound as he loses his helmet. Does he get him on the hands, or is he beneath it? No, for me, those are 2 pretty good plays on glass where it seems like you're consciously going under the stick, but avoiding the hands underneath the lower arm. But hey, you got to kill it off. You knew the Devils would get a power play eventually.
Nico Hischier, 14 power play goals for New Jersey. Stefan Nason with 11 in the regular season. And we know how good Stefan Nason is, especially in close in the blue paint. But now great work by Orlov. He'll fish it away. Here comes Martinook. He's got Stahl with him. Martinook up high. He scores! He continues to beat the Devil. Jordan Martinook shorthanded. It's 2-1.
What a shot. Talk about the compete going up. That was a contested puck, and Orlov came up with the puck despite being down a man and moved it across the ice quickly. Another high goal. Martinuk goes pretty darn close to, he goes bar down on the glove side. He was Carolina's best player in the first period, and that is some kind of A-plus release to score a shorthanded goal that has this roof in the building off the rocker.
He didn't have a shorthanded goal in the regular season. He's got one now. And this puck rifled out of play, and a lucky fan from Oak Island's got a souvenir. 13:52 left here in the second period. And, you know, sometimes a higher power gets involved. Jordan Martinuk loves playing the New Jersey Devils. This is his 12-point trip in 7 games against them.
And by the way, in Game 2 is in the first round. He captivated that unbelievable comeback in Game 2 against the Islanders in the first round last year. And I told him before the game, because I blessed his stick, I said, I got to bless that thing again. I'm going to go into the blessing, but what a release with the blade of that stick. And the blessing involved the blade.
Well, that's why I said a higher power was involved. Alongside Trick Tracy, Hannah Yates and Shane Willis and our phenomenal FanDuel Sports Network crew. Game number 2 of the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Canes have just scored 2 goals here in the first 6 minutes of this second period. Now it's Hischier with a drive. Save made by Anderson. Follow up by Nason. Anderson gets the flippers to it. Now a chance for Hamilton. That's blocked up front. And now the Canes can take it away. It's Jarvis and Robinson. Robinson taking a look. Feeds Jarvis. And that'll be knocked away by Markstrom. Well, this could have gone down as one of the all-time penalty kills in playoff history for Carolina if that one connected. Now a sharp angle chance bounces, and Anderson will get a piece of it. Then Dougie Hamilton had a little extra. Nason's going to grab Orlov. As the linesmen are getting involved, now Chatfield and Meyer with a few shoves for each other away from the play. And the temperature is rising here in Raleigh.
Well, this is what happens when you're trailing. You tie it, you score a huge shorthanded goal, and now New Jersey, that got frustrated at points in Game 1 right from the goal out. Now the chances of them with this beautiful building of getting frustrated go up.
And there's going to be a penalty.
I think it's going to be
to both sides.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Meyer and Chatfield.
Carolina number 5, New Jersey 28, 2 minutes each for roughing.
John Hebert with the call.
Freddie made a huge save on Hischier, moving side to side. Really good stuff. You remember when we tallied in the first period with his stick, finding the post first? Post attack. And then get stationary. Don't be moving when he shoots because it'll beat you low. And you just about scored your second shorthander of this New Jersey power play. Robinson trying to find Jarvis. I think they would have heard it in Charlotte, North Carolina, across the state had that gone.
Still work to do. There's 35 seconds left on the kill. If they would have scored, you talk about all the renovations that are going on here around Lenovo Center in the future, they would have had to add a roof because this one would have been gone. Stahl into the corner, trying to chip it away. You get a better look at where the puck was, and then the Canes are going to send it 190 feet back into the Devils' zone. 10 seconds left in the slashing penalty to Sebastian Aho. There's a broken stick in the Canes zone. The puck will chip off of that. Tomas Tatar to Andre Palat, the 2-time Cup winner with Tampa, and out of the box comes Sebastian Aho, and what a kill for Carolina. And now out front, yes, Barry Kotkaniemi with a block, and he sends it for Svechnikov, who will settle it down. And a nice play by Shimon Nemec to get in front of it. And now Kotkaniemi with a punishing hit on Dumoulin.
What a hit that is against a guy that's playing a ton. Big hit from Kotkaniemi. Okay. He's had a couple in the period.
And that's what you want to see out of number 82. Cotter trying to hang on to the puck. And it bounces around. Burns will find Svechnikov. He'll play it out for Kotkaniemi. He'll flip this one in. Markstrom He'll play it, and then wiping out behind the boards, Kovacevic. Carolina trying to take advantage. Gostisbehere whipped it across for Walker. Walker with it now. He'll shoot one out in front. That deflects wide. Gostisbehere, he'll pick it up. Svechnikov behind the net for Taylor Hall. Sent back in and around the boards. Where Roslovic will play it for Gostisbehere. Wanted to return it right back down, but New Jersey looks to clear. Cotter will get a stick to it. He'll carry it out over the blue line and across for Justin Dowling. Dowling, he'll work it. Gostisbehere will deflect it. Side of the net in his own zone. Now it'll be chipped. Haula trying to find it. Better look at Hall trying to play it, but it'll go to Eric Haula. Back to the point. It'll be kept in. Jesper Bratt through traffic, but Gostisbehere knocks it down. What a period for Shane Gostisbehere.
How about the production from the blue line? Goals in each game. Chatfield game 1. Gostisbehere got it all going in this period in this game.
10:34 left here in the second period. Carolina with 2 goals here in this second period. They came in trailing 1-0. They're now up 2-1. Orlov with a puck. He'll play it along the boards for Blake. Jackson Blake with his first postseason point. He assisted on the Shane Gostisbehere goal at the Canes level. Now Blake will flip this one out. Hamilton will backtrack to play it. Pressured there by Jarvis. Able to play it free, and now Pesce. Brett Pesce will carry this into the Canes zone. He'll drop it back. Nason will go into the corner for Glass. Bodies are really banging here in the second period now. Pesce with a drive, and that goes off the glove of Anderson and out of play. 9:46 left here in this second period. Jesperi Kotkaniemi brings the physical game here on Brian Dumoulin. And then these two, Shane Gostisbehere and Jordan Martinook, bring the offense. Carolina leads 2-1 halfway through the second.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery tool sets. You can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel. Shop online or in store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
To us, every moment matters. Moments of quiet perseverance and loud celebrations. Starting moments and the moments that make us feel unstoppable. We're here to help you be present for them all. UNC Health is dedicated to getting you back to what you love. Faster, stronger, and healthier. Official healthcare provider of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Who wants to save up to $1 a gallon on gas with Harris Teeter fuel points? It's easy. Shop at Harris Teeter with your VIC card. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 spent. Redeem your points for gas savings at Harris Teeter fuel centers in our partnering Amoco and BP gas stations. You can even check your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app. Get 4 times the fuel points when you shop on Fridays. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
Well, you'll have to wait till Friday for game number 3, but the series will shift to New Jersey and Prudential Center. We'll see where the series will stand. It'll be right here on FanDuel Sports Network 7:30 with Hurricanes Live as we get a look at the series result. The teams who win game number 1, well, you take a look. Only one time did the team that won game 1 not win this series. Carolina 2 years ago won game 1 and then wrapped up the series in 5. Right now they've got a 2-1 lead here in the second period. Now looking for more as Blake tries to settle it down. Chip, you called it. This line was going to have an impact here tonight. And so far, they've, 1, gotten on the score sheet, but 2 have been noticeable with the offensive plays. But now a nice play by Pratt inside the Canes blue line. Sends it across, hammered right on, and Mr. Anderson makes the save.
He has his movement side to side. And sometimes it can be a detriment for Freddie. Not in this period. Made the save on Heischer on New Jersey's power play. Makes another, he's a step ahead of the play. if I'm thinking about one New Jersey player and he set that up, it's Jesper Bratt. When I'm thinking about how I'm deploying Jacob Slavin, how I'm deploying the Jordan Stahl line, because he has been, truthfully, I know he's on a team that's trailing 2-1 in the game. He's been on a different planet in this game. He's been really good.
Again, you take a look at what he did in the regular season trip. He had 67 assists. Remember that New Jersey played a good chunk of their season without Jack Hughes, and Bratt really stepped up his game. Now Martinook with a backhand that shuttled right on. Save made by Markstrom. Hischier and Stahl got tied up. Dumoulin will skate it out and chip it for Palat. Up for Timo Meier. Meier's shot kicked away by Anderson. Tries a short side. That stays out. Rebound. Kick free. A chance here. That's going to be blocked by Stahl as Kovacevic had the drive. Anderson doesn't have his stick, and this puck is fired back into the Devil's zone.
Burns saved a goal. Puck went off the post, off of Freddie Anderson's leg. Burns, in desperation, look to me, he saved a goal.
Now Stankoven with it. We've seen in this game both teams' defensemen bail out their goaltender in some situations. First it was Pesce for New Jersey, and there it's Burns for Carolina, and then Stahl getting in front of a shot as well. Now Robinson, he'll carry this puck into the corner. Dumoulin given a shove there by Carrier. The Devils can advance. Dowling. This one will deflect off of Gostisbehere. Walker. He'll lose it to Tatar. Wanted to get it to the point, but the Canes will come away with it. As Gostisbehere has it and lost it. Got a little bit over the skis there. And Cholowski will flip it back into the Cane zone. 7:50 remaining here in the second period. And now Sean Walker will deflect this one all the way around and go back and get it. 7:35 left here in the second period. Canes, 2 goals here in the first 6 minutes of the second to claim a 2-1 lead. Andrei Svechnikov, you see Nason poke it away from him, but Hall will get the rebound. Orlov lets one go. That's airmailed. And Chatfield, who opened the playoff scoring for the Canes, dove in on that one, but a hand pass here against Carolina.
Stanley Cup has been elusive to Brent Burns. You could see on this play, Mike. Take us home.
Oh, you know the desperation of the bearded one to get there. It's 2-1 Canes.
Need more Stanley Cup chatter, Canes fans? Listen afternoons at 12:15 and 4:15 for our Cup Check-In. Served up by Carolina Ale House. Adam Gold talks with hockey's best past and present, bringing you the latest insight on the chase for Lord Stanley's Cup. It's the Cup Check-In on 99.9 The Fan. Served up by Carolina Ale House. Come to Carolina Ale House Cary for away game watch parties throughout the playoffs, or visit carolinaalehouse.com/Canes.
Hey everyone, Adney and Verk here to talk about our great podcast, NHL Unscripted with Verk and Demers.
Jason Demers here. After playing 700 NHL games, it turns out I have an opinion or two. Whoever's saying trade one of them, you don't know anything about hockey. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm rooting for this team. With new guests every week, we will talk about hockey and more.
Can't wait till you watch this movie because it's the biggest award of her career.
He went into the cheetah exhibit. The cheetah took a piece out of him, and he came into the ring the next day.
Tune in to NHL Unscripted with Verk and Demers, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Doesn't the North Carolina Education Lottery Winners Club give the best massages?
I've never felt so relaxed.
Thanks to this month's scratch-offs, this is our life now.
It's like winning again and again and again.
This month's scratch-offs pack over $150 million in total prizes. The Winners Club awaits. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 to 3.8 to 9.88. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Welcome back inside where the rookie Jackson Blake has played well against New Jersey this season. His first NHL goal came back on October 15th in the Canes' second game of the year. Now his first NHL playoff point tonight with an assist. And at the time of his... They're down in the lineup, not getting nearly as many minutes. Now he's getting top-line minutes and power play opportunity. Robert Moore said he's climbed the ladder because he has earned it. And Jackson told me Rod's belief in him, despite his age or experience level, has meant the world to him. Joked with me, now I just got to get some reps on the penalty kill, guys.
He'll get there based on the trust, thank you, Hannah, that he's built. And Hannah, you were right there when he walked in. And say, why not get your first NHL point in the playoffs in Game 2? Because you got it in Game 2 against the Devils, first win of the year, and it happened to be a game winner.
Again, the ability was always there, the confidence. And you saw it as the season moved on, and you pointed to that the holiday break, this puck is touched with a high stick, so we'll get a whistle, was really a reset for Jackson Blake.
Well, he just took a penalty he can't take. You can't bat a puck out of midair where it was there, and he may have gotten the puck, but he got Brad.
Yeah.
Carolina 53 minor penalty, high sticking.
There's the call.
You know, he's thinking, he kept the play alive on the Gostisbehere goal with his pressure. You just can't do that. You know, and he will kill penalties because he learns on the fly like Seth Jarvis did. And then Seth Jarvis, his third year, started killing penalties. He'll learn there, use your hand. Well, Jacob Slavin does a sensational job of that, in particular when the puck's airborne.
I don't know if there's anybody better than Jacob Slavin at that. Right now, the Canes penalty killers will be pressed into action the second time this period. They have a shorthanded goal already.
Well, hot as a firecracker's on the ice, Jordan Martinook. Speaking of that earlier shorthanded, beautiful finish.
Now for the Canes, this draws one back for Dougie Hamilton. He'll hand it for Hischier. Nico Hischier trying to center it. There is Jordan Stahl, the captain, with a great stick, deflecting that one out of play.
That was such a good stick. That puck is headed. It's a seam pass, headed for the back door, prevented a quality. Look, he looks back. Do I need to worry about anybody at the point? No. I got to worry about the seam pass from Hischier to Brad. I love that peek that he took over his left shoulder first, see where Hamilton was.
And now, excellent work there by Slavin and company. As the draw is won, he gets to it, and he will send that one down on Markstrom. He'll leave it behind the net for Dougie Hamilton, and we get a closer look at Hamilton. He'll drop it back for Jesper Bratt, who has been the Devils' best forward through the first period plus of this one. Although he's going to help out the Canes penalty killers here, dropping this one over the blue line. 40 seconds have gone by here on this penalty kill for the Canes. Now Martinook reaches for it, and he's going to fire this one about 170 feet down the ice. And Markstrom will have to leave it there for Hamilton. The Canes can change up their penalty killers. Timo Meier will hand this one across. Hischier with it. Sealed off there by Jarvis. Played back for Meier. He'll exchange with it. Be kept in by Shimon Nemitz. Nemitz will have it again. This is his first ever playoff game. Second overall pick in 2022. Shot out and shot right on, and a save made there by Anderson on Hischier. And then the Hischier pass is intercepted. Up for Orlov. Aho's with him. He'll drop it back, and Jarvis wanted to go back for Orlov. Now it's Aho back. And this puck goes back and forth. The Devils will get to it, and Hischier will lose it at center ice.
He's the one that made the play as Orlov tried to finish the give and go. That's why he's their captain. Stahl made a great play shorthanded, and then tracking back defensively, New Jersey's captain did the same. So this is where Sheldon Keefe was really smart. You know, we're going to get back to 5-on-5, not having Brad on Hischier's line. Because Stahl and Slavin, they'll play against Hischier. And so that frees him up to get a better matchup. With Brad, you have to. He can do it all, but he's more of a playmaker. Take away his passing ability. If he beats you in the shooting capacity, fine. But take away his passing ability.
As the Canes continue the stifling penalty kill here. There's 5 seconds left, and the Devils will get this one in the zone. It'll be dropped back for Pesce. Pesce walks around Burns, tries to get a shot through, but there is Jordan Martinook again, and he'll feed Blake, who comes out of the box. Blake trying to send it across. Nice play by Dougie Hamilton to fend off that pass. Blake was looking for Robinson. Now he'll get this one for Kotkaniemi. Bouncing puck kept in by Walker. One shot for New Jersey on that power play attempt. Gostisbehere, he comes across Kotkaniemi's stick, splinters, and then he is stepped into by Tatar.
Kotkaniemi has been outstanding in this period. And the guy that set him up, so is Gostisbehere, got this whole party rolling.
Yeah, it's Taylor Hall. One of the things that you want to see out of Jesperi Kotkaniemi, and that big hit Brian Dumoulin, that physical play, and now it's Kotkaniemi trying to be a playmaker. Drops it back, Gostisbehere right on, rebound! Markström makes the save, and Brett Pesce with another save. Second opportunity, Walker tries to put it through. Canes keeping it in, and now to be deflected out. Oh, what a everything but score moment for Carolina. Now the Devils coming the other way. Shot right on, Anderson makes the save on Connor.
And Svechnikov and Pesce going at it behind the play.
Now still in a long drive. That's knocked away. Anderson doesn't have a stick. Everything is happening here at Lenovo Center. The Canes will roll this one in. It'll be icing against Carolina.
Well, this is unbelievable hockey. What the Stanley Cup playoffs are all about. Pesce saved a goal for the second time in this period. What a play. Svechnikov would have had one to complement his empty netter the other night. Heaviness. Great job keeping it alive from Hall after the initial Kotkaniemi shot, and Pesce twice has saved goals at this end of the rink in this period. But then New Jersey pushes back. Pesce and Svechnikov start to go at it, but in all of it, Anderson makes another really fine save. Anderson's had a very good period.
Well, Markström showing you that little interaction. Remember, Markström was trying to get to Svechnikov in the third period in game one when he slashed his own player, Cody Glass, and that knocked Glass out of the game. And there you see more pushing and shoving there, something to keep an eye on. Now a long drive. That'll go wide of Anderson's net as New Jersey wins the draw. Dawson Mercer with it. He'll spin and turn right on, and it's absorbed by Frederik Andersen. Well, Mr. Andersen is locked in. 3:15 left in the second. Canes up 1.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Hockey is a game of speed, and the Triangle is one of the fastest growing regions in the country. At the center of the excitement are Lenovo and the Carolina Hurricanes, partnering to unveil the Lenovo Center. With one of its global headquarters in the Triangle, Lenovo is the perfect partner to launch a new era of technology and fun. Don't miss out. Come check out the Lenovo Center and cheer on the Canes.
Barbecue season is back. Hey, it's Ellen.
And this is Sarah Beth.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that zesty barbecue sauce. I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese,
I feel like I tasted the brown sugar bacon first. It was the absolute best combination. Pro tip, 3 sandwiches are always better than 1.
Order the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich and our Coca-Cola on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
3:15 remaining in the second period. The Carolina Hurricanes with a 1-goal lead. Why? Jordan Martinook. And when you're on the biggest stage and in the biggest moments of the playoffs, what do you need? You need leadership, and you need a player who has the will and compete level to win every single battle around the ice. Jordan Martinook is that player. Whether it's 5-on-5 or shorthanded, when he goes bar down, and anytime he talks to Hannah Yates, guys, he gets on fire and scores a huge goal. Look for more from Jordan Martinook in the will category and the effort category, Tripper.
You know, Shane, and we had that segment, you, me, and Hannah, in the pregame show, and again, he, got me with liquid, this time red Gatorade, by the way. It goes to show he's losing a Stanley Cup playoff warm-up. And then, boom, flips the switch with regards to investment and desperation right from the get-go, because he had it right from the get-go.
Also, whenever he gets a blessing from Chip Tracy on his stick, that usually pays off for him as well. Just to add a little bit more fuel to that, as New Jersey now trying to find the equalizer. Bratt, he will have this one cleared but not out. Pesce will keep it in into the slot. Bratt can't handle it. And a nice play there by Chatfield. And right back out. Brett Pesce's having a good game as well, but he'll knock this one over the glass. into the crowd with 2:42 left here in the second. And our Kia player profile, it will be Jordan Martinook, because he has been as hot as the devil himself against New Jersey. 4 goals, 8 assists, by the way, in the postseason in 7 games against New Jersey.
That jerk, he said he thought he was grabbing a water bottle, and then he recognized it was red Gatorade. He goes, oh, no, I'm sorry, it was red Gatorade. But the most important thing is how loose he is in warm-up.
Yep.
And then he can flip that switch. Shane talked about it marvelously.
We're going to have to get you a red shirt.
I used to have a red jacket.
I know. I've seen it. As this one batted out in front. Good play again by Burns in front of his netminder. Loose puck. Stahl will get to it. There's Martinook right on cue to chip this one out. Stankoven will settle it down, and he's got Stahl with him. Stahl, one-timer right on, and Markstrom makes the save.
I love on a 2-on-1 when you make that pass early like Stankoven did. It started with coming up with a puck in your own end. Mr. Everything tonight, Martinook did. Now Kovacevic is caught. Stankoven knew, I got to make this pass by the tops of the circles. And he did. Maybe not quite as deceptive as he needed to be with his eyes, because he's looking to stall the whole time, which tells Markstrom I don't have to worry about a shot, but a good-looking play.
2:13 remaining here in the second period. Canes win the draw back for Walker. His shot doesn't miss by much, goes off of the end boards. Canes trying to get to it. Jumping into the play is Robinson. He hits Hamilton. And now back for Gostisbehere. Walker, he gets that one through. It's chipped out in front. Rebound is available, but a nice job there by Hamilton to clear. But this is coming back in the double zone. Icing on New Jersey. When the Canes are on the road, you can watch every second of us here on FanDuel Sports Network and join Stormy and the gang at the Carolina Ale House. The next watch party is this Friday, Game 3 at the Cary location. Carolina Ale House, exclusive sponsor of the Canes playoff watch parties.
Roslovic's going to take the draw. He just had a high tip that almost went.
Well, he was going to take the draw. Oh, they're going to leave him in. And he'll help win it with Robinson against Dowling. Carrier. We'll get it back for Walker. Now back up top. Walker lets it go quickly, but that bounces off of Robinson. And the Devils can clear. Now it's a skate race for it. Coming after it is Bastion. He'll use his size. Shielding off Gostisbehere out in front. Backhand chance by Dowling, and Anderson stands tall, making the save. Now an aerial flip knocked down by Roslovic. He'll drop this one back. A low drive there by Robinson, and a save by Markstrom. Now both goaltenders have made some critical saves to keep this game where we're at. And 2-1 in this, you hear it icing against the New Jersey Devils here with 1:11 left in the period.
You betcha. And Anderson, the part of his game that I've loved the most is how he's moved side to side. You say when he battled the Rangers last year and struggled in the series, it's when the Rangers, who were going at that point, used the east-west and west-east portion of the rink. He's made a couple of huge saves doing just that, especially one on Heischer that I think about. Very good stuff.
Now the big thing for Carolina, get this thing into the locker room with the 2-1 lead. As New Jersey will clear this one out, and this one will be coming back to the Devil zone. Another icing that only took 7 seconds off the clock.
Okay, Kokiniemi has had, if I gave it a grade, an A period. He won 20% of his faceoffs in game 1. 2 consecutive icings, just to try to really deliver something special late in the period. Could really use a win here.
Face off for the Canes. A little bit better tonight as opposed to Easter Sunday, where the Devils, they had only one advantage. It was in the face-off circle. Sperry Kotkaniemi is only on 3 of 7, but a big one here as this goes to the board. He gets help from Hall. Orlov to Chatfield. Chatfield gonna work this one down low for Hall. Hall lets it go, directed out in front by Kotkaniemi. Save made by Markstrom. And Kotkaniemi keeps in the Orlov pass as Orlov dove in. Jersey trying to get it out. Good play there by Kotkaniemi to gap up on Tatar, and another icing against New Jersey.
That was outstanding stuff. Kotkaniemi got help from both of his wingers to win the draw, but then he got a one-touch chance. Markstrom makes the save, then he keeps the puck in, and then he finishes physically a player on the bench side boards. Good stuff.
And again, everybody's got a part to play for Carolina. Now a quick win, we're right back. And here comes Slavin. He's got room. Little backhand redirected. Markstrom had to be ready. Blake was out in front. Blake, he and Bastian get entangled, and this puck comes outside of the Devils zone. Tired bunch of Devils here. As Tatar will make a change. Burns will come up with it. 21 seconds left in the period. His pass will be deflected. And Dumoulin up the boards for Heischer. Too far for Bratt. Jarvis takes a hit to clear this one out. And this will be worked in by Blake. Pesce has to get it. Jarvis forcing Pesce to turn. 4 seconds left in the period. Heischer with it. And now some pushing and shoving.
Two good friends from their San Jose days, Meyer and Burns. No friends. Oh, yeah, now they're chirping.
Burns had a heavy shove.
This is what the playoffs are all. These are good friends from their time together with the Sharks. That's on the shelf here for a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah. You can resume your friendship afterwards. We'll pick up the second intermission with Shane Gostisbehere, who scored his third playoff goal, his first of this season to put the Canes on the board, and then a big period for Frederik Andersen. So Shane Gostisbehere will talk with Hannah Yates. We'll go after 40 with Shane and Hannah. Tripp will have our highlights coming up, and the Canes have a 2-1 lead after 40 in Game 2.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon, you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Chocolate lovers are going absolutely bananas over our new Bluebell Banana Fudge. Rich milk chocolate ice cream swirled with a scrumptious banana-flavored ice cream. Your favorite banana fudge bar, now in a carton.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at all Walgreens and all Lowe's food stores.
Rev up your engines at Apex Racing Lab, the Triangle's largest sim racing destination. Experience the ultimate thrill with 16 cutting-edge simulators, expert instructors, and world-class virtual tracks. Apex Racing Lab brings the adrenaline-pumping world of sim racing to life. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro, you can race friends and family for fun or join a competitive league. Ready to race? Head to Apex Racing Lab in Cary's McGregor Village in Greater Raleigh and unleash your racing passion. Learn more at apexracinglab.com.
Adam Gold inside Lenovo Center on the Lenovo Intermission Report, brought to you by Lenovo, official technology provider of the Carolina.
Hey sports fans, it's TSI Mike, and we're uniting fans worldwide with the NHL and NBA playoff action while supporting SickKids Hospital right here in Toronto. Click the live viewers link at torontosportsinsider.com and see where everyone is watching from.
Where in the world are you watching from? Now's the time to show for you to let us know where you're watching from in that chat or by visiting our new live viewers website. Holy Mackinac! As we are passing 100,000 insiders on Toronto Sports Insider, the playoff pulse is a global force. Visit torontosportsinsider.com to see our live viewer map and where fans are cheering from right across the globe. While you're there, check out our awesome new website and fresh merch options. Let's keep growing this global community.
Living and playing in San Jose, California as teammates with the San Jose Sharks. Good period, though. Best part about the period and the goal that got Carolina even is it was the first time we saw the top line really imposing their will on this game, because it was that allowed the play to continue and Gostisbehere to get on his own rebound. Save on Trimmer's sprayers. I don't know what I was about to say. We'll start over. Save on trimmers, sprayers, and more. Plus, get a free battery offer by shopping online or at participating local Steel dealers for a limited time while supplies last. Highlights next.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery tool sets. You can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel. Shop online or in-store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Hey everyone, Adney and Verk here to talk about our great podcast, NHL Unscripted with Verk and Demers.
Jason Demers here. After playing 700 NHL games, it turns out I have an opinion or two. Whoever's saying trade one of them, you don't know anything about hockey. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm rooting for this team. With new guests every week, we will talk about hockey and more.
Can't wait till you watch the movie because it's the biggest award of her career.
He went into the cheetah exhibit, and the cheetah took a piece out of him, and he came into the ring the next day.
Tune in to NHL Unscripted with Verk and Demers, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Who wants to save up to $1 a gallon on gas with Harris Teeter fuel points? It's easy. Shop at Harris Teeter with your Vic card. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 spent. Redeem your points for gas savings at Harris Teeter fuel centers in our partnering Amoco and BP gas stations. You can even check your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app. Get 4 times the fuel points when you shop on Fridays. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
Adam Gold inside Lenovo Center with the Lenovo intermission report. It is 2-1 Carolina. Let's explain how we got there. Second period highlights brought to you by Spectrum. A connection built for everywhere, life unlimited. That's Spectrum. Carolina looking for a fast start, maybe tie it up. Top line, doing the heavy lifting. Shane Gostisbehere pounces on his own rebound.
Gostisbehere slipped it out in front, back to Gostisbehere. Second chance, he scores! Markstrom with the save, but persistence is named Shane Gostisbehere, and we're tied at 1.
At 2:57 from Blake and Aho, and Carolina had gotten even. They thought they had gotten one ahead. Brett Pesce with one of the great defensive plays, sweeping the puck, which was about 85% across the line. But Carolina, after a questionable Sebastian Aho slashing penalty, Jordan Martinook said, "Puck don't lie."
Now great work by Orlov. He'll fish away. Here comes Martinook. He's got Stahl with him. Martinook up high. He scores! He continues to beat the devil. Jordan Martinook shorthanded. It's 2-1 Carolina.
He now has 12 points against the Devils in the last 7 postseason games. The great one, Jordan Martinook. Freddie Anderson, what he's doing best this series, saving shots from Timo Meier.
Up for Timo Meier. Meier's shot kicked away by Anderson. Tries the short side. That stays out. Rebound. Kick free. A chance here. That's going to be blocked by Stahl as Kovacevic had the drive. Anderson doesn't have his stick, and this puck is fired back into the Devils zone.
Burns saved a goal. Puck went off the post, off of Freddie Anderson's leg. Burns, in desperation, look to me, he saved a goal.
Yeah, he beat Andre Palat to the puck. It would have been 2-2 were it not for Brent Burns. And then Gostisbehere again, and Pesce again with a save.
Kotkaniemi trying to be a playmaker. Drops it back. Gostisbehere right on. Rebound. Markstrom makes the save. And Brett Pesce with another save. Second opportunity. Walker tries to put it through. Canes keeping it in, and now to be deflected out. Oh, what a everything but score moment for Carolina. Now the Devils coming the other way. Shot right on. Anderson makes the save on Connor.
And Svechnikov and Pesce going at it behind the play.
Crazy. When the Canes play on the road in the playoffs, join Stormy and the gang at Carolina Ale House. The next Canes watch party Friday. Cary location, Carolina Ale House, exclusive sponsor of Canes playoff watch parties. Corey Lavalette joins me next.
To us, every moment matters. Moments of quiet perseverance and loud celebrations. Starting moments and the moments that make us feel unstoppable. We're here to help you be present for them all. UNC Health is dedicated to getting you back to what you love. Faster, stronger, and healthier. official healthcare provider of the Carolina Hurricanes.
For almost a decade, the Hurricanes have trusted their t-shirt needs with Cardinal Apparel. Carolina Hurricanes alumni Shane Willis here to tell you Cardinal Apparel has expanded and relocated to better serve their clients across the state. Formerly known as Raleigh Screen Print, Cardinal Apparel will produce high-quality screen printing while working directly with customers. Don't waste your time online trying to order through third-party vendors. Save money and time working with Cardinal Apparel. Visit cardinalapparel.com to start your order today.
Adam Gold inside Lenovo Center 2-1. Hurricanes have turned the lead around. Corey Lavalette from The Athletic and North State Journal is joining me here. What have you liked through 40 minutes?
Well, I think after that opening maybe 7 minutes of the game, they've kind of gotten back to what they were in game one. Really starting to dominate play. The Devils have had more chances tonight than they did in game one and have gotten to the front of the net a little better. Yeah. I think Anderson's been better tonight than he was in game one. And not that he did anything wrong in game one. He just didn't get tested an awful lot.
Right, didn't have to do a lot.
So they're doing that well, right? Freddie's been good, and they're creating chances. I'm a little concerned about the Aho line after the first period. They've been kind of quiet, but then that great shift, that leads to the Gostisbehere goal is kind of what they have to do, right, to be effective.
We talk about special teams. I mean, all year long we've been talking about special teams. I didn't hate Carolina's power play in the first period.
Me neither.
They just swung and missed a bunch. But the penalty kill today has been pretty good.
Yeah, and I mean, Jordan Martinook, I guess seven career games in the playoffs against the Devils, and he has points in all of them. Like, he's on a 7-game point streak. I mean, you're Sheldon Keefe. You come into this, and you don't know the history. You don't know that Jordan Martinook lit them up 2 years ago, and all of a sudden, you worry about every guy on the other team, but he's not the guy you're necessarily circling. He's probably learned now. Jordan Martinook just he owns the Devils. I don't know. That was a big play, and it's what this penalty kill can do. It's not, and it's usually Aho and Jarvis. Obviously, Aho was in the box, so I guess Stahl and Martinook decided they were going to be the
good play by Orlov. And it's funny.
Yes.
I think Brent Burns has been good.
Yep.
Tonight, Dimitri had a rough play on the goal, on New Jersey's goal.
Yeah, tough line change.
Tough line change, but it was the decision, right?
Yeah.
Rather than reverse the puck, just skate it out.
Yeah.
But I think he has recovered. I thought he had a good period. But Carolina's blue line has been really good.
Yeah, I mean, the third pairing, they play sheltered minutes, so they're not taking on tough assignments. They get a lot of those post-icing offensive draws, but they're creating chances everywhere. I mean, they spend almost all their time in the offensive zone. And then even when they haven't, Gostisbehere had a nice shot block. I think Walker's a great playoff player. He's a feisty guy. He might, Orlov, I think I'm not surprised he's elevated his feistiness. We know he can be a mean player, and he's done that through 2 games. But Walker's kind of had that all year. He's always plays like he's got a thumbtack in the bottom of his boot or something.
So does Andrei Svechnikov speak Swedish? What is going on with Jacob Markstrom and Andrei Svechnikov?
Well, I'm sure Andrei is aware of what Markstrom was trying to do, and the aftermath of it, he certainly saw. That was a hack. I mean, I joked with Rod Brindamore today if he had to dodge Ron Hextall when he played with him in Philadelphia, right? But now I mean, if you're Andrei, you're maybe in his head a little bit. So, and I mean, in that sequence, he's not doing anything wrong. He ends up knocked over in the crease during a scoring chance. But, maybe you get up, you drag your leg a little bit to shove him. We saw when he was leaving, he kind of, gave him a little shove. So, I mean, get in the goalie's head. I mean, he's not doing anything that other teams wouldn't do in the same situation. So you love to see it. If you're not, that's how you get after a goalie.
All right, real quick, we got about 20 seconds. Andrei's got the empty net goal, but otherwise not on the score sheet. How would you rate his play, though?
I think like I said, that line has been really good. Yeah. Kokiniemi's been really good. Taylor Hall's been impactful. That Kokiniemi hit. There was a play right before that where Svechnikov had a chance a guy coming around the net, and he didn't do it. And I kind of wonder if he is a little freaked out because he gets called for everything. But Kokiniemi made up for it with that kind of train track hit over here on the near boards.
Yeah, on Brian Dumoulin. That was a great play. Corey Lavalette, North State Journal and The Athletic, at Corey Lav on Twitter. Thank you very much, my friend.
Yes, sir.
I think we might have a bunch of these coming up. All right, check out the NHL scoreboard after these words from your local stations on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
Celebrate 50 years of adventure at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Enjoy award-winning performances and European-inspired attractions. Feel the excitement of thrilling rides like the all-new Big Bad Wolf, The Wolf's Revenge, opening in May. And seasonal events like the Food and Wine Festival, where you can taste, sip, and savor more than 150 flavors from around the world, featuring over 80 new menu items, only at the world's most beautiful theme park. Save up to 30% on tickets, fun cards, and memberships during our Spring Spectacular sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Restrictions apply.
Doesn't the North Carolina Education Lottery Winners Club give the best massages?
I've never felt so relaxed.
Thanks to this month's scratch-offs, this is our life now.
It's like winning again and again and again.
This month's scratch-offs pack over $150 million in total prizes. The Winners Club awaits. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 to 3.8 to 9.88. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
2-1 Hurricanes after 40 minutes. This second period scoreboard brought to you by Lenovo, official technology provider of the Carolina Hurricanes. Hey, we have another game going on. They are middle of the first period in Toronto, and the Maple Leafs have a 2-0 lead. Morgan Riley and John Tavares with goals there. Tavares' goal came on the power play. Maple Leafs already have a 1-0 series lead there. They won 6-2 the other night. Panthers and Lightning will start in about 40 minutes. Wild and Golden Knight, 11 o'clock Eastern time. Stay up late, put on a pot of coffee. When the Canes win at home during the playoffs, download the Chick-fil-A app to claim your offer for a free chicken sandwich by midnight. Available at participating Greater Triangle area Chick-fil-A restaurants. We got 20 minutes left to play in regulation here. Canes with a 2-1 lead. Mike and Tripp will have the third. I'll see you after the game.
Move your sports day forward.
The golf world needed Rory's win at the Masters just as much as he needed the green jacket. We have someone new to root for, and he's relatable. Just a guy who cranks one into the water one moment, then saves par by smashing one out of the rough. Now, if he's really turned the corner, let's see if he contends at next month's PGA.
Get set up. Join Next Up with Paul Ihander. Mornings at 9 on 99.9 The Fan, the Triangle Sports Leader.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Barbecue season is back. Hey, it's Ellen.
And this is Sarah Beth.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that zesty barbecue sauce. I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese,
I feel like I tasted the brown sugar bacon first. It was the absolute best combination. Pro tip, 3 sandwiches are always better than 1.
Order the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich and a Coca-Cola on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
For almost a decade, the Hurricanes have trusted their t-shirt needs with Cardinal Apparel. Carolina Hurricanes alumni Shane Willis here to tell you Cardinal Apparel has expanded and relocated to better serve their clients across the state. Formerly known as Raleigh Screen Print, Cardinal Apparel will produce high-quality screen printing while working directly with customers. Don't waste your time online trying to order through third-party vendors. Save money and time working with Cardinal Apparel. Visit cardinalapparel.com to start your order today.
Ready to start the third period of Game 2. The Canes up 2-1, and our Bet365 Canes live bet. Your anytime goal scorer, Logan Stankoven.
5 of them have been upper half of the net. And that was a good location. That was like Stankoven's first goal of the second period in Game 1 between the arm and the body on the glove side.
Now Stahl will take the draw. It'll be chipped back, and Brett Pesce tries to airmail this one out. Kept in by Martineau. And work it beneath the goal line. Markstrom's able to get it to Hamilton. He'll play it off the glass. It'll come out, and offside are the Hurricanes.
From grime to shine in no time, Sam's Express Car Wash gives you the flawless finish and family fun you crave. Experience the fun today.
Jordan Staal, he has had a couple of good looks here tonight, and again, he's one of those players as the series wears on, Tripp, just gets better and better.
Big story is through 2 periods how much the New Jersey defense, the top guys have played, and how well balanced the ice time has been on Carolina's back end.
Is there an X factor on the Canes back end for you?
All three have been used. The ice time is pretty darn close to equivalent. I mean, Slavin has the most with under 14 minutes. That's really good balance, and that will pay dividends as long as this series goes, as long as the playoff goes, when you have that type of balance.
Again, that's the strength of when you talk about what the Canes want to do, what Rod Brind'Amour wants to do.
I mean, Carolina won the Cup. Chris Pronger, I think, around over 30 minutes a night. He could have won the Conn Smythe, but there's a different time.
Yep.
Even great players, you can't lean on them that much. If you look at Hamilton with the puck, his ice time, Pesce through 2 periods, Dumoulin compared to the balance of Carolina's defense, night and day difference.
Well, here's a chance for New Jersey. They'll work it in, and the shot by Hamilton just wide as Anderson got a piece on the way by the net. Cotter trying to play it up the boards. Kotkaniemi will get to it. Try to clear. It'll be kept in, and a low drive by Glass, and that'll be handled by Anderson. We showed you the Canes' dominance in the second period in Game 1, thanks to Sports Logic. Same thing here tonight. Puck in the offensive zone. Canes had the better opportunity. 12 more shots, 15 slot driving plays, 7 high-danger scoring chances, and the 2 goals to build the 2-1 lead.
It's because Carolina is a forechecking team, and a forechecking team has a massive advantage with the long second period change. To stay fresh and take advantage of fatigue. They do it night in, night out in second periods. This one was really no different.
Right. Sebastian Aho will take the draw against Dawson Mercer. Chipped back. Burns will play it away. Haula goes crashing in on Slavin, but the Canes move this one into the Jersey zone. It'll bounce behind the net. Aho steps in front of Hamilton, and now Blake working his way down low. Out for Seth Jarvis in the slot, but he was tied up by Jesper Bratt. Couldn't get all of it. And now this one will be booted out to center ice as the Devils moved it into the Canes zone. Now it's right back in. Haula with it. And thrown through the top of the blue paint.
And Slavin's pressure just made a key play in front of the net.
And now we're going to get a face-off, whistle behind the play.
Okay, so you asked me about an X factor coming into this series. You know what it was? Carolina did not have a defenseman this season, this regular season, that had 10 goals. But they're capable. Chatfield, game 1. Gostisbehere got it going. Here, game 2. You have goals in each game from your defense. There's no reason that they didn't have a guy with 10. And there's way more of importance. There's no reason that the defense can't score with regularity. That's an X factor.
Yeah, right now, they've had a goal in each game. And that is certainly the way you want to start the playoffs if you're Carolina. Now a nice play out in front. As New Jersey, Dowling wanted to center that one. It went back to Nemitz. Now Dowling will settle it in off of Gostisbehere. He'll work it into the slot area. Robinson clears it, but back to Nemitz. That goes wide of Anderson's net. He'll get to the post, and the Canes can clear. Roslovic moving through the middle of the ice. He'll lay it off. Robinson. He'll sweep one, goes behind the net of Markstrom, and then Roslovic takes a heavy hit from Dowling. And Gostisbehere will keep it in. Go deep, sharp angle shot. That's elevated off the glass. It'll be kept in there by Orlov. Gostisbehere goes for a change. Chatfield comes out. Behind the net it goes. Will Carrier out in front. Elevates. That goes off the post. Now a chance for Orlov. That's deflected. As paying the price was bashed in to try to block it. Canes keeping it in, keeping the pressure on. Orlov in Chatfield. Now moved down low. Chatfield. He gets a shot through, and Markstrom makes the save. He saw it and hangs on.
Boy, being dangerous behind the opposing net just about led to Carolina's first 2-goal lead of the night. Carrier knew he had a river to get to the front. Held. Goaltender's stick isn't even square. did everything but score. You see, his stick turned over because he's thinking about a centering attempt. That creates all that room on the blocker side. Such a position of strength when you can establish below the goal line and then behind the net.
Offensive zone draw, tied up in the circle. Dumoulin will play it off the inboards. This will be chipped out all the way up for Hischier. He wanted to send that one for Palat, but Slavin smartly in the way. And we talked about it as well. William Carrier is a playoff performer built for this time of year.
Well, I talked to him about Chatfield's goal in game one. Him getting to the front of the net, beating Dumoulin to get there. He said, that's a playoff goal.
Yeah.
And he knows. The Stanley Cup champion just about had another playoff goal a second ago.
23 with Vegas. He had 6 hits in game 1. And in his playoff career, this is his 83rd game. And while he doesn't show up on the stat sheet in the goals and the assists the way that others do, you had that great talk with his teammate Alex Tuck, who's now in Buffalo, about how important William Carrier is. And now Orlov dancing through the middle of the rink. A couple of nice plays, and this will be deflected in. Markstrom will try to play it around. Svechnikov wants to center it for Kotkaniemi. Comes back. Orlov lets it go. Markstrom with the glove, and he'll make the save.
Excellent save with the glove through traffic. Carolina balance in their ice time distribution. Let's just look at the banged up New Jersey defense. And you continue to track those numbers. Hamilton trailing the game. He'll play a ton. They don't have confidence in their third pair. You know, when you, I mean, it's a tough break. No Siegenthaler, no Dillon, no Luke Hughes. And look at that massive disparity in ice time from the top 4 to their third pair. Carolina is pretty much equivalent across the board. And by the way, also is the case with Carolina's 4 lines. There isn't a big disparity. That helps you in a game specifically. Bit of a skate issue for Brett Pesce. But it certainly helps you the longer you go in a series to be the fresher team.
On the other side of that, too, is this offensive zone draw. And it'll be won by New Jersey. And Dumoulin looks to clear. The other thing about Nemitz and Cholowski, Trip, this is their first ever playoff game in the NHL. So you come in and you got to take minutes for Luke Hughes and Brendan Dillon. It's their first time playing in the postseason. And it's not Seth Jarvis's. He's trying to walk around Dumoulin. Good play by Dumoulin behind the net. Bratt tries to come up with a puck. He will. He'll get it to the Jersey defenseman, and Dumoulin has some room. His pass goes off of Haula, out for Blake as Orlov tipped it up. Now Aho with it. Aho trying to create something around Hamilton. He'll throw it to the point, but nobody home for Carolina. And it'll be Timo Meier. He'll drop it for Hamilton. He'll tee it up. That high drive goes off the glass behind Anderson. He was trying to go bar down.
That's the first good look that the shooter that we're very familiar with, Dougie Hamilton's, really had in the series.
And a penalty coming up here to Carolina. Stahl's going to get whistled as Hischier went down with 14:05 left here in the third.
Captain on captain. I don't know.
Carolina, number 11, 2-minute minor, trip it.
Peter McDougall with the announcement. First glance, I was unsure. No. This is a... you know, it's... Stahl is... You can see in his mind trying to create stick on the ice pressure. It goes up against the knee. Does Hischier lose an edge in the neutral zone? I think there's an argument both ways on that, to be completely blunt. But now you change up your chronology. Stahl and Martinook usually shorthanded first. Now it'll be Aho and Martinook. Robinson, I'm sure, will kill here. Maybe even Carrier.
We'll get a look as Aho, he and Hischier fight for it. Puck battled down low, and Hischier will come out with it. Third power play of the contest here for New Jersey. Bratt with it. He'll hand it off for Hischier. Now Hamilton. Back for Bratt. He'll go through the seam, and Meyer couldn't get it. He lost an edge. Nason will battle for it. Bratt trying to pull away from Slavin. He does. He'll get it for Heischer. Now it's Hamilton. Bratt, as Heischer got it on the in-between. Burns wants to clear it out. Nason getting to it. Aho with a shove on Heischer. Worked across. Hamilton with it. And work this one for Bratt. As for Bratt to Hamilton, his shot blocked out in front by Martinook. Second chance. Anderson makes the save, and then Meyer goes wide. And then it's cleared out. Talk about selling out.
How did Slavin front that? Two-pad stack from Slavin that forced the rebound wide. What a play from Slavin.
Every night, Trip. And we're treated to it. And now the Canes still have more kill here. 49 seconds left. Bratt with it for Meyer. Now he'll get the shot through, deflected. Anderson with the save. Rebound, Tatar to it. He'll drop it back. Chance, Anderson! Oh my goodness! He robs Nason on the follow-up. Frederick Anderson. Canes still have to kill. 30 seconds left. Devils keep it in. The crowd chanting the netminder, Freddie Anderson's first name. Still work to do. Bratt. Into the corner it goes, off of Nemec. Chatfield gets it to Robinson. He's looking to clear. Had a chance to spring Jarvis. That was interrupted. This place is going to go bonkers if the Canes can complete the kill here, and they're 5 seconds away from it.
Freddie has made his two biggest saves of the series on the same guy. Timo Meyer in the third period on Sunday, and he just made another highlight reel save on Meyer.
Hear that ovation. And now Slavin picks the pocket of Dowling up for Hall. Taylor Hall. Bears saying the 2018 Hart Trophy winner when he played for the New Jersey Devils. He's another seasoned veteran who doesn't have a Stanley Cup. I'd love to add that to the resume. And this building has just been re-energized with that kill, and why wouldn't you be? Now a little chance behind the net as Gostisbehere was bothered there by Cotter. Cotter with a good check. But Carolina able to clear, and they can regroup.
That save we talked about on Meyer in the open broke down in the first period. He just made another ridiculous one on him.
Now,
great stuff.
Mercer. He's watched there by Burns. Now stuff chance side of the net as Bastian couldn't do it. And Gostisbehere will take it away. Gostisbehere trying to get it across for Blake. That's interrupted. Aho will track it down. Back for Burns. Good little one-touch for Jarvis. Canes right on it. Blake has some room to work with. Blake diving to the front and swept just wide. But Jackson Blake is going to draw a power play for Carolina. Oh, the rookie's fearless. And he was inches away from a highlight reel. 10:47 left in the third. Canes up 2-1. And the big reason why? The penalty killers. First, it's Jordan Martinook on Dougie Hamilton. Then it's Jacob Slavin doing Jacob Slavin things. And one more time, Frederick Anderson. First Meyer, then Nason. And a power play coming up in Carolina here in the third.
Hey everyone, Adnan and Verk here to talk about our great podcast, NHL Unscripted with Verk and Demers.
Jason Demers here. After playing 700 NHL games, it turns out I have an opinion or two. Whoever's saying trade one of them, you don't know anything about hockey. I'm on the bandwagon. I'm rooting for this team. With new guests every week, we will talk about hockey and more.
Can't wait till you watch the movie because it's the biggest award of her career.
He went into the cheetah exhibit. The cheetah took a piece out of him, and he came into the ring the next day.
Tune in to NHL Unscripted with Verk and Demers and the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Mini can, big taste.
Who wants to save up to $1 a gallon on gas with Harris Teeter fuel points? It's easy. Shop at Harris Teeter with your Vic card. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 spent. Redeem your points for gas savings at Harris Teeter fuel centers in our partnering Amoco and BP gas stations. You can even check your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app. Get 4 times the fuel points when you shop on Fridays. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
10:47 left here in the third. Shimon Nemitz in the box for tripping Jackson Blake.
And Blake, who drew the penalty, and Jarvis, they're going to have to be dangerous. These are the two guys that are usually in the high slot in the middle on the power play. They're going to have to be dangerous, so you open up your dangerous shots on the outside. If you're not dangerous in the middle, your one-time threats, New Jersey can really attack.
Now the Canes now with their third power play attempt. Here comes Svechnikov. A little backhander. Markstrom able to get the arm to it. Gostisbehere will keep it in. His flip. A little bounce out in front of Markstrom's cage, and will be settled down here by Hischier. And Hischier and Mercer will crisscross into the Canes zone. Jarvis with an outstanding defensive play on Nico Hischier. And you have to be worried when Hischier's on the ice. He is capable of getting shorthanded goals, although Jesper Bratt had 2, Mercer had 1 in the regular season. Now there's 40 seconds gone by in this power play. Gostisbehere with it halfway through the third. Canes leading 2-1. Gostisbehere. He'll handle this one off for Jarvis. Back for Gostisbehere. Nice pass for Seth Jarvis. Side of the net for Blake. Back for Jarvis. Now Gostisbehere. Jarvis loads it up. That's blocked out in front before it can get to Markstrom. Now Blake makes a play. Aho. He'll whip it now up in front. Jarvis was going head hunting, and that goes over the boards. Kept in. Aho. He'll get it to Jarvis. Jarvis back for Aho. It's over the cage, not over the boards. That's why the Canes have puck possession. Now Gostisbehere with it. He'll get it again on the return feed from Jarvis. Wasn't expecting it.
Tired New Jersey penalty killers. Very tired.
Now a chance here for Blake. He goes to the seam, and that's ripped by Gostisbehere, but off target. Again kept in by Carolina. Svechnikov looking, darting out in front. Nice play made by Hischier, but Blake is able to get to it. Blocked out in the slot by Pesce, and New Jersey. It looks like they are going to survive this power play opportunity from Carolina.
Great puck movement, good seam passes leading to A opportunities. Terrific block from Pesce at the end.
Now Hall will carry it in. 1 second left on the man advantage. Markstrom comes all the way out to Rob Stankoven, and out of the box comes Nemitz. One shot for Carolina.
Almost a repeat of the power play goal on the entry. Hall to Stankoven from Sunday. Huge stop from Markstrom.
Now this will be rolled back into the Cane zone. 8:30 left here in the third. New Jersey scored 3:51 in the first period. Jesper Bratt, Carolina with an answer, and now they'll be offside here in the second period with 2. And that's how we're standing. 2-1 in the third in Raleigh.
Doesn't the North Carolina Education Lottery Winners Club give the best massages?
I've never felt so relaxed.
Thanks to this month's scratch-offs, this is our life now.
It's like winning again and again and again.
This month's scratch-offs pack over $150 million in total prizes. The Winners Club awaits. Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning range from 1 to 3.8 to 9.88. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
We all love cheering on the Hurricanes, and our Triangle neighbor Lenovo is giving us something else to cheer about. The global technology giant is going all in to enhance the fan experience at the Lenovo Center and support the transformative entertainment district, making it a one-stop shop for all things fun in the Triangle. Hockey, entertainment, food, and more. Check it out at the newly named Lenovo Center and Entertainment District, where celebration starts in the Triangle. See you there.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery tool sets. You can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel. Shop online or in store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
The Carolina Hurricanes clinging to a 2-1 lead late into third period. When you look at the playoffs and what you have to do on a nightly basis, you have to have depth. Eric Tulsky went out this summer and added depth to this lineup, picking up these 5 players to insert into the lineup. When you look at the experience of every one of these players and the effort they've brought in here tonight, it has been a huge difference maker in these first 2 games. Eric Robertson, in my mind, has shown the most speed on this entire team, up and down the ice, creating chances with his line mate tonight, Mike.
You know, Shane, too, he's from New Jersey. So for Robinson, this has got to be the dream scenario, playing against the New Jersey Devils, and he has thrived with it.
Princeton Tiger. A lot of Ivy League guys in the National Hockey League. Harvard grad to my right here. As this is going to be offside here against New Jersey.
Once I got my arch supports from Good Feet, that pain just kind of instantly went away. My wife said, "You're a different person." She thought that was good.
That's a good ad. Just look at this period. Carolina's had all sorts of chances to extend their lead. It's probably lights out at that point. But the Devils have had a ton of chances here to tie it. This has been a terrific hockey game.
Well, we anticipated that this was going to be a good series. Remember, the teams split the regular season series. 2 games apiece. The home teams held serve. As now Carolina would love to add to their 2-1 lead here. As this is flipped into the Kane zone, pawed down by Slavin, but it'll find Heischer. Heischer tries to get a shot away, but Slavin gets in front of that opportunity. And then Stahl was able to chip this one out, but it's coming back into the Kane zone. This is icing on the Hurricanes.
After Martinuk courageously blocked that shot on Carolina's last penalty kill, he went to the dressing room briefly. We take a look at it. I held my breath because I think about the last couple of Game 2s. Last year, Game 2 against the Islanders, Brett Pesce hurt, out for the playoffs. Previous Game 2 the year before against the Islanders, Teuvo Teravainen, broken hand, out for a long time. Want to get through this healthy.
And the Devils will win this draw. Pesce, he has that. Stankoven, 22 on 22. Gets in front of that shot. It goes into the netting over the glass.
And that's where Carolina, they're not going to feel sorry for the Devils at all with regards to their injury problems. Carolina, you know, they have both in regular seasons, and I mentioned those previous Game 2s. Teuvo, and then Pesce last year in Game 2. And even if you're a really good all-for-one team, it's tough to take those types of body blows.
As this face-off, Slavin will get to it. We'll send it out to center ice, but that trip, as you know, your depth truly gets tested in the postseason.
But look at Stanley Cup winners.
Yeah.
The only one I can think of is against the Devils. The last one losing a star player was Peter Forsberg way back when against these New Jersey Devils. He was out with a spleen injury.
Yeah.
Look at all the winners. They haven't lost a star.
No, you need to stay healthy. You need to be on the right side of that ledger when you get to win number 16. You often are. As Mercer tries to clear. Jarvis goes back to track it down at center ice. Burns has a shove for Bratt. And it'll work its way across for Nemitz. Play this one around the Kane zone. Burns chops at it, but Bastian gets in the way. He tries to pinball one out in front and does. He'll be settled down. Nemitz with it. Nemitz behind the net. Good play made there by Burns. He'll get it to Gostisbehere, and then this will be chipped free. There's Robinson, the Belmar, New Jersey native. And the Devils able to work this one. And now Nemitz with it. He tries to center that. Gostisbehere in the way. This chance gets out in front. Back to Nemitz. A quick shot in front. Anderson makes the save again.
His side-to-side movement there on Bastian. Premier.
Now the Canes trying to turn it the other way. Roslovic goes up high. Markstrom gets a piece to keep it out. Frederik Andersen right now has been the difference for Carolina. Making some huge saves. Now a bouncing puck directed towards Markstrom. It'll be settled down.
And this is why coming off of Game 1, I know you rotated all year, you got to treat Freddie Andersen like a number 1. Period. Not to say Kochetkov won't get in on the weekend, but this was a no-brainer of no-brainers, even though this is his first back-to-back start. Got to treat him like a number one.
Well, you also now, Trip, have the benefit of 2 days in between games 2 and game 3, but you got a lot of time left in this one. 5:10 remaining here in the third. Stahl pestered there by Meyer. Meyer trying to push the official out of the way to get to the puck. Canes will take advantage as Stankoven gets it to Martinook. Martinook, what a play to move this one into the Devil zone. He raises up for a clapper, but that'll be knocked away by Nason. No, Martinook was touching the banners, trying to get a slap shot off. Now, nice play by Nason to keep it in the zone. Stankoven, though, he'll reverse it. Orlov's flip. Finds Martinook. He'll chip this one off the boards. Kotkaniemi makes a nice individual play to hang on to the puck here.
He's made a real difference tonight. Jesperi Kotkaniemi.
Palat as we peer in on Kotkaniemi trying to get to the puck. Dumoulin has to turn away from Hall. And now Paul Cotter hands this one off. Kovacevic only as far as the neutral zone. Banged back into the Devils' end. Worked across for Dumoulin. The Devils are onside, centering attempt. This will be turned away and just out of the reach of Taylor Hall.
Good defensive play from Svechnikov. Coming back through the middle and then going up the ice to Hall. It didn't convert, but that's a solid defensive play owning the middle of the ice from Svechnikov.
Less than 4 minutes remaining here in the third. Canes lead 2-1. Now turning with it is Mercer. That shot goes off of Slavin and angles wide. Hamilton keeps it in. His shot high and off the glass in the end boards. Now Cotter, he tries to get to it. Svechnikov has a shove for Pesce. Gostisbehere will sidestep a huge hit from Cotter and Aho. That's it. Svechnikov up for Jarvis. Jarvis, Aho, back across Gostisbehere. Out in front for Jarvis. Markstrom! Oh, his biggest save of the game comes to keep this a one-goal game with 3:24 left in the third. Well, the Canes looking to extend their lead, but the Devils netminder is going to make a marvelous play here. Gostisbehere to Jarvis, but Markstrom holds the fort on the other side. Mr. Anderson is in the matrix.
Barbecue season is back. Hey, it's Ellen. And this is Sarah Beth. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that zesty barbecue sauce. I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese,
I feel like I tasted the brown sugar bacon first. It was the absolute best combination. Pro tip, 3 sandwiches are always better than 1.
Order the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich and a Coca-Cola on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
To us, every moment matters. Moments of quiet perseverance and loud celebrations. Starting moments and the moments that make us feel unstoppable. We're here to help you be present for them all. UNC Health is dedicated to getting you back to what you love. Faster, stronger, and healthier. Official healthcare provider of the Carolina Hurricanes.
For almost a decade, the Hurricanes have trusted their t-shirt needs with Cardinal Apparel. Carolina Hurricanes alumni Shane Willis here to tell you Cardinal Apparel has expanded and relocated to better serve their clients across the state. Formerly known as Raleigh Screen Print, Cardinal Apparel will produce high-quality screen printing while working directly with customers. Don't waste your time online trying to order through third-party vendors. Save money and time working with Cardinal Apparel. Visit cardinalapparel.com to start your order today.
Our Coors Light beating the pressure. Does anybody do that better than Jacob Slavin? For my money, absolutely not. 7 postseasons with the Canes, 72 games, 7 goals, 30 assists, a ridiculous plus 34, and he's added to his block total here tonight with what he has been able to do, and he is going to, when it's all said and done, hold every defensive stat in this franchise's history. Offensive zone draw. Canes are going to get to it. Martinook behind the net. He pressures Hamilton. Stankoven goes after it. That allows Stahl to get a touch. Stankoven looks for Martinook. He swats it back for Stahl. A little one-driver sent through by Burns, and Markstrom with another save, and this one's cleared out. Meyer, he's being bothered by Stahl. Sent behind the net. Slavin will get to it. Right on cue, and he beats the pressure. Flipping this one out to center ice to his longtime teammate, Brett Pesce. Sent right back out. Stahl. And get it to Martinook. He'll sweep at it. Bouncing puck. Settled down by New Jersey. And Bratt will roll this one in. Anderson helps out. He's diving after it was Meyer, but Slavin will get to it. His backhander goes off of glass, but finds its way out for Sebastian Aho.
Sheldon Keefe is waiting with Markstrom in the net because he knows he's been getting chances. Both teams have. And I think makes him think he's probably getting close to lifting him now. Markstrom just looked.
Now this is going to be ringed all the way around. Chatfield, he'll get to it, and it'll be sent out. And a chance for Jarvis to play it around. Dumoulin steps up. Blake wants to make a play, but the Devils will get to it. Keith, he's taking a look, and he is making a wave. And his glass will come up with the puck. He'll send this one back. This drive doesn't get through, and Markstrom has to stay in the net. What a play there by Jarvis.
Did he just nullify icing going out to play that puck?
He might have. As Walker is now given a hit, he's waiting as we've now got 1:45 left, and still in his net is Markstrom. And now Martinook will come away with a puck. Martinook trying to center, it'll deflect out for Markstrom. He'll play it for Stankoven. Now back, Slavin's drive right on. Markstrom will kick that one out, and Heischer will turn.
And there he goes.
1:25 left. Markstrom to the bench. Empty net for the Devils. Extra attacker out. Canes lead 2-1. 1:15 left. Nason helps to keep it in. Canes trying to clear, can't. Bratt keeps it in. Bouncing puck out in front. Meyer can't pull the trigger. It'll be kept in by Bratt. He'll go to the corner. Nason. He'll chip it. Stankoven has a look. He tries to play it around Hamilton. He does. Carolina can clear. Aho is going to bother Bratt. We're under a minute here at Lenovo Center. Hamilton with it. Orlov mans up on him.
Meyer had the time goal on his stick and whiffed.
And then Anderson flashes the leather at the side of the net. He'll hang on.
Look at the third period chances in game one and now game two for Timo Meyer. And you look at the Hurricanes bench, I'm sure there will be a timeout here. Guessing from Sheldon Keefe. But Mike, what's on the line with less than a minute to play? There's a huge difference between a 2-0 edge in a series and 1-1. What's the biggest? 1-1. It's a reset, best of 5, and then New Jersey would have home ice advantage. Look at this crowd. You want to ensure your home ice. That's what's on the line.
Well, the towels are going, and here is the timeout. They waited a long time to get that timeout in. Now, Tripp, walk us through Frederik Andersen, his evening, and what he's been able to do.
Well, I thought he was underrated in the second period. The third period in game one, and with still work to do, has been nothing short of awesome. This recent save on Bastian, I don't know if I've ever seen him, when I think specifically about the second and now third period, this dialed in his side-to-side movement.
There's Tim Gleason.
By the way, I believe it was 2-1 at the time, and it was in game two, and Carolina went on to win in 7. And Tim Gleason scored a tying goal. Oh, sorry, an overtime goal. Yeah, and that was a 1-1 game. But Tim Gleason knows, thinking about that game two in New Jersey, you can't assume you're getting this thing to the finish line. Stahl is on his power side. This is going to be captain on captain, Stahl and Heischer for this all-important draw.
How many big draws has Jordan Stahl taken in his career? Heischer, outstanding in the dot here tonight. Stahl needs to win it. And it'll come free. Martinook, he'll settle it down. He'll turn and hand it out. And here's a chance. Empty net. Bingo! Seth Jarvis, take it away, Caniacs.
Has been on it in a different galaxy. He dives in, turns a lost draw into a winning draw, then protects the puck, allows Jarvis to rev it up, and puts this thing, in all likelihood, to bed. What has Jordan Martinook not done tonight?
Sold popcorn?
Yeah, that was... New Jersey was about to come up with puck possession off that faceoff. He turned it into a win. Then he protected the puck. That shows his playoff experience to make the better play. Hold on to it. Allow Jarvis to drive the middle of the ice. What a night 48's had.
Well, for Martinook, it is his second point of the night. He has 3 points in 2 games, but now the Devils with a chance coming back the other way as Cotter goes high, and now he's clipped behind the net. No call provided. Taines Hall will clear this one out for Svechnikov. Svechnikov working his way around Chalowski, and his drive goes low and away. 10 seconds left here in game 2. Behind the net, Svechnikov wants to feed it up front. 5 seconds left. And the Canes are going to Jersey up 2-0. A 3-1 win for Carolina.
In Carolina's last games 1 and 2 in their own building in the first round. 8-0. And in this specific occasion, New Jersey more desperate early, and then Carolina did what they've done in so many second periods, and it's continued into games 1 and 2. They took over the game in the second period.
That's what they have done. It's been their formula. And again, we now look ahead to game 3 in Newark, New Jersey. Remember, every game right here on FanDuel Sports Network, it's an 8 o'clock face-off. So 7:30, it's Hurricanes Live with Hannah Yates and Shane Willis on the road as the Canes try to put this series in a stranglehold. The Eastern Conference bracket, the Canes, they'll take on the winner of the Caps Canadiens series, and that needed overtime. And right now, the 3 stars in this one.
Star of the game from the Carolina Hurricanes with an assist and the game-winning shorthanded goal, number 48, Jordan Martinook. And the first star of the game from the Carolina Hurricanes with 25 saves in goal, number 31, Frederick Anderson.
Right now, Jordan Martinook's with our Hannah Yates.
Jordan, you and I spoke during the first intermission. You told me the group hadn't fully gotten to it.
Freddie. Go ahead.
The Great Dane getting a lot of love here. Jordan, we did speak in the first intermission. You didn't feel the group had fully gotten to its game yet. What was the response that happened in the second period?
Yeah, I thought we got back to it. Obviously, they were playing desperate. They were pushing, but I thought after the first 5-8 minutes, we woke up and we started playing like we needed to play.
A lot of chanting for Freddie Anderson. What kind of impact did he make in this game?
Oh my gosh, unbelievable! I can think of 5 saves that were just you open your mouth and you go wow. So hands down to Freddie, and you guys can keep that chant going all night if you want.
A solid 2-game series lead as you head into New Jersey for Game 3. What have been the most common themes through the first 2 that set the tone?
You can see when we're on it. Like we're forechecking, we're above them, and you get those shifts that they feel like they're stuck and they can't get off. And we need to continue that, and we have more of that, and take that into Jersey.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Hey, Isaiah Chase, man. Thanks, guys.
There's only one Jordan Martinook, and he was a big-time factor in this one. Game number 2 A 6 o'clock start, but everybody got it going after the Devils took a 1-0 lead. It was all Hurricanes from there with a little bit of Frederick Anderson. Coming up after the break, Hurricanes Live. We'll hear from Rod Brindamore. We'll hear from more of the players. We'll hear from Shane Willis. We'll hear from Trip Tracy. We'll get stats analysis, a breakdown, and we look ahead to game number 3, Friday night in New Jersey, an 8 o'clock face-off. But tonight, the Canes have a 2-0 series lead.
Hall of Famer and Stanley Cup champion for the Edmonton Oilers and New York Rangers, Mark Messier joined Scott Laughlin on the
Hey sports fans, thank you so much for hanging out with us here on Toronto Sports Insider during the Playoff Pulse. Our mission is simple, bringing sports fans together to hang out, cheer, and change the world one insider at a time, while supporting SickKids Hospital in Toronto every single game.
Cheers, insiders and sports fans from around the world. The Playoff Pulse campaign on Toronto Sports Insider is uniting fans worldwide through the thrill of NHL and NBA playoffs. Every game, every fan, every moment counts. The link is pinned in the chat and in the description. Check out our campaign page. Donate if you can, or share it with friends. Holy Mackinac! Every click helps sick kids heal the future. Just by being here, you have already made an impact. Now, chat it up, keep it classy, and let's keep changing the world one insider at a time.
Hey you! Yeah, you! I'm talking to you! Thanks for hanging out with us. This is TSI Mike, and now that we've got your attention, we're bringing you every single game of the NBA and NHL playoffs while supporting SickKids Hospital in Toronto through our Playoff Pulse campaign. Let's grow our global community. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell, and join the action.
Hey you! Yeah, you! Joe Bowen here, voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Playoff Pulse on Toronto Sports Insider is all about playoff thrills and making a difference, with 100% of Leaf playoff stream revenue going directly to sick kids for their life-saving treatments and research. We're aiming for 100,000 insiders to boost our impact. So subscribe now and be a part of this incredible movement. Holy Mackinac! Let's show Sick Kids Hospital we're here for them. Join us today.
Hey you, yeah you, Easton Cowan, Leafs prospect here. I'm loving these Playoff Pulse live hangouts. Subscribe and turn on the bell to catch every game. Keep the chat buzzing and let's cheer for sick kids together. See you in the chat.
Hey sports fans, it's TSI Mike, and we're uniting fans worldwide with the NHL and NBA playoff action while supporting Sick Kids Hospital right here in Toronto. Click the live viewer.
Play 26 years because once you do it, you understand how fun it is, but also how complicated and intricate it is to kind of get not only the team from a physical standpoint to come together, but how a team comes together emotionally, mentally, and the spirituality around a team and the respect that lives inside that locker room is incredible.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Tuesday, April the 22nd. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 6 p.m., Carolina Hurricanes face the New Jersey Devils. Hurricanes on SiriusXM channels 91, Internet 924, Devils on Internet 936. 7:30 p.m., Toronto Maple Leafs face the Ottawa Senators. Leafs on SiriusXM channels 167, Internet 946, Senators on Internet 939. 8:30 p.m., Tampa Bay Lightning face the Florida Panthers. Lightning on Sirius 210, XM 219, and Internet 945. Panthers on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 931. 11 p.m., Vegas Golden Knights take on the Minnesota Wild. Knights on Sirius 211, XM 220, and Internet 949. Wild on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet